Welcome to Side B, motherfuckers.
Welcome to Side B, motherfuckers.
Hey, one goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. It's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do. Ay, there's only one goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. It is certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do real fucking things. Alright, I'ma keep it general just like the army. Most real niggas know, most niggas phony. Your shadow got your back, huh? Just like your homie. That's why shady niggas will harm thee. Just ask Caesar. Brutus got him and caught him before his last breather. If that don't make you believers, then you'll learn. Honesty is a quality that will burn, but it's cool. And trust is a quality you will earn. You a fool if you think you learn all of the rules. Imitating imitation and they calling it cool. I know a little bit, but go ahead and call me a fool. While you sprinkle sugar on shit and you calling it food. See, I'm just trying to groove and you standing on the wall with your hands on your balls, making crab claws move. Trying to bonk at a dog, but I don't bonk. I just fall back till you think you winning, but you lost in the beginning.
Oh no, I love Wood Harris, dog. But we gave him a free one on that one because as soon as it went to the wire, I was like, bitch.
Yeah.
That
was
too
too simple.
easy.
That was too simple.
I'll take the easy route.
We gave him an easy one. I think, and Lawrence went a whole nother way about it too. Like he went around a different way. I forget what it was.
Like,
but all I know is when he first.
Remember the Titans.
My name, bro, yeah, he went around the world. Like when Lawrence knows shit.
So I can ventilate this.
But yeah, man, like so this time around, I'll give y'all a little something harder. You feel me? So for the people listening, man, welcome to the FLYWITHBATS podcast, Side B, episode
midnight
52.
53.
52B, yo.
Oh, damn, B, right.
Yeah,
Sit
man.
your ass down.
See, broken clock. It's right at least one time a day. Joe usually be the one that keep us on point with these episodes, and I be forgetting.
I feel like we did 52B.
We did 52A. Now we're in 52B. And in 52B, wait, we haven't said who the fuck we is. This that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it Mr. Out or you ain't gonna find me. And I'm for Side B as usual. Well, I'm here with my brothers.
What's up, guys? It's your boy D-Mac, and you can check me out on Instagram at FrenchBread.kid, and you can check out my apparel line, You Dig, and that's also on Instagram at YADIG with dots in between it. And yeah, I'm back for Side B. You heard me?
Passe wine. It's your boy AlphaJoe, fresh out of the gumbo, still deep in the roux. And if you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook at Joseph Alphaman Pines, Instagram Alexander the Ape 3. And for Side B, we in this bitch. 52B, playing B 52.
I mean, they're going to take shots how many times we say B at this point.
You
feel me? So before we get into our festivities, man, we got to shout out our brother and sister podcast, who's already talking about one of them at the top of the episode, the Your 30 podcast, with the Arrogant Observer and Marty Edwards.
Marty
Edwards.
You feel me? And of course, we got our Your 30 challenge popping off, man. For the people that might not know, they gave us a 6 or 7 degrees of separation challenge where they'll give us an actor, and we gotta see our actress, however you want to play it. Even though I call female actors, I call female actors, but yeah, look, don't ventilate. That bird is becoming part of the show.
Okay, sorry, dude.
Bitch.
Yeah, man. But so they challenged us to be like, they give us an actor, we gotta be able to connect that actor to someone in the cast or crew of Black Panther. The first one they gave us was,
who was it?
We just said it. Oh, Paula Jai Parker.
Oh yes.
Then we threw back at them Wood Harris. Now they threw back at us Marla Gibbs. So
Gibbs.
So the way the game goes is, you got to see how you can connect the actor that they thrown at us through their movies, through association with other actors, all the way back to Black Panther. I love Marla Gibbs from 227, as well as the maid on the Jeffersons. That's classic shit like that.
She was so pretty too.
So so when we first heard this, man, me and Joe made a pretty smooth transition from Marla Gibbs to Black Panther. You want to handle that?
All right.
Lay
it on him, Alpha.
Hit him up.
Marla Gibbs.
Motherfucking Gibbs.
Marla
is in the movie The Brothers.
Brothers.
With Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut was was in a movie with Boys in the Hood with Angela Bassett.
Angela
Bassett.
Bassett.
It's T'Challa's mama in Black Panther.
Ooh.
And there you go, bitch.
Mama. So yeah,
Mama.
it's pretty smooth. Damn, this lady got 93 credits.
93.
What's up? Y'all gotta come stronger than that. Y'all think it was gonna be able to make Marla Gibbs connection your 30
Come on
podcast?
now.
She has too much materials.
Marla.
I'm looking at these materials.
Look at this
right
material.
Now.
We just look at. We even look at IMDb to do that. I
She
went
was
to
in
it afterwards.
Passions? I never knew
Come
that.
on, son. Come
Come on, Marla Gibbs with these fucking credits.
Come now. Come now, man. She was in House of Pain. House of Pain, who was made by Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, who also made that movie Daddy's Little Girls, who also had Idris Elba in it. Idris Elba was in Infinity War, and Infinity War also had everybody from the Avengers, including T'Challa, and it was in Wakanda, and that's also Black Panther. See what I'm saying?
That is what you call a bonus degree of separation.
Bonus degree of separation. You know what I mean? That's just looking at her situation. Like you said, go to brothers. Come on, son. Come on. She was even Come on. I bet she was in Dawson's Creek. Damn, mother.
Come on now.
You was in Dawson's Creek.
That's the whitest show ever.
Lord.
And
you the blackest lady ever smelled.
Oh my God, you've been working. I bet you we could connect Dawson's Creek.
Touched by an Angel.
I bet you I could connect Dawson's Creek some kind of way. Let me think. All right. So she was in Dawson's Creek, right? Mm-hmm. And you know who else was in Dawson's Creek?
Who else was in Dawson's Creek?
Your girl, Katie Holmes. And Katie Holmes was also in the motherfucking Dark Knight. You dig?
Right.
Come with it. And in being in the Dark Knight, you feel me? No, she wasn't in the Dark Knight. She was in Batman Begins. I'm sorry.
Correct yourself now.
I'm sorry.
Let him use it. Let her use it.
I had to get it together.
So
also by being in Batman Begins, but she was in Batman Begins.
Say it now.
With Morgan Freeman.
Whoa! Navigate the waters.
Morgan motherfucking Freeman. You heard me? And Morgan motherfucking Freeman. He was in a movie with Forrest Whitaker.
Wow.
Called. Okay, I made that up.
I was like, what movie is this? I need to see this bitch right now.
I was wondering. I was like, oh shit! I know he didn't just call this shit.
I know. I'm not done. I bet you, son.
Keep going.
I'm about to keep it going. We have Morgan Freeman, son. I'm not gonna stop at Morgan Freeman, son. I know I can connect Morgan Freeman to motherfucking Black Panther, dog. It's very fucking obvious because we already got. He's a fucking history making black man, son. So ain't no way he ain't never been in none of these other goddamn movies. Nope, that's the one I'm looking at. None of these other goddamn movies with nobody from Black Panther. Let's see.
I'll go with some Brad Pitt while with it.
No. Wait.
Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt was it? Wait. No. See, Morgan Freeman. Oh shit! So Morgan Freeman, right? Morgan Freeman was a $1 million baby, right? And guess who else was a $1 million baby? You heard me? Luke Cage, bitch.
Wow.
Yes, he was. He was that other boxer, man. That bald head boxer nigga, man.
Wow. I think you go Anthony Mackie with that.
He was a $1 million baby too?
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie was a $1 million
he's
baby?
the bully.
So we got Mike Coulter, who played Luke Cage, $1 million baby. And we got Anthony Mackie, who was a fucking Falcon. So I could go left or I could go right. Which way do I go? We could go easy with Falcon. Falcon was in motherfucking Infinity War with who?
He was in Civil War with who?
Chadwick Boseman. You heard me? Wakanda forever, son.
That's what you call a deluxe
boom,
degree
a boom,
separation.
a boom, nigga. And you know, Mike Coulter, Luke Cage. I mean, that's already the Marvel universe, dog. Come on, you on?
Why are we stomping this horse completely into the ground?
Son, I was gonna go. Katie Holmes is married to Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was in a movie with Jamie Foxx with you know something.
He was in a movie, in the cab movie, the taxi movie with Jamie Foxx. I love that movie when he was the assassin and Jamie Foxx was the fucking cab driver. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, he was in that shit. So what about it?
Jamie Foxx was in a movie.
don't fuck up like I did.
Hold on now. Let me bring it back to the one. Jamie Foxx was in a movie with Will Smith with Muhammad Ali.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was, Lord. Yes, he was. He was in that Muhammad Ali with Will Smith.
Hold on,
Will Smith, bitch.
Hold on.
Where you gonna go with it?
I'm trying to
Will
bring it
Smith
together
connects
now.
to all.
I feel it strong coming over.
Come on. Will Smith connects to all my niggas.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go. I got one for you, son. So you go ahead.
Let me breathe in this.
Breathe it in, baby.
Right.
Let's go.
All right.
Will Smith have been in
Will Smith.
Let's go.
Was in Men in Black.
Men in Black, bitch.
With Josh
Brolin.
Brolin, nigga,
Black
3, nigga.
Josh Brolin is stated in Infinity Wars. T'Challa is himself in Infinity Wars with Thanos, who is Josh Brolin. My God.
Oh my God, he's been touched by a Wakandan.
Wow.
Oh, touched by a Wakandan.
Wow.
Y'all wanna play no games with us? You're 30? Bitch. We ate that on a freestyle, nigga.
On a free skin, nigga. No MDBZs. Amazing.
Niggas.
Amazing. All I could do is just sit back and watch in pure awe.
So yeah, man. So that's for y'all, your 30. Who we gonna kick back to your 30, man? Who?
I'm gonna let you guys pick it this time. I picked last time.
Man, who's the no, hold my thing. I want somebody hard.
We need somebody challenging.
I want somebody not black.
You can't do it, son. That's not fair.
That's not fair. They didn't say nothing about the motherfucker gotta be black.
Well, you're right. All right.
Well, I mean,
And we didn't connect white people to get back around. I mean, Infinity War is the biggest movie ever, nigga. The shit made $1 billion already. So that's an easy connection no matter what, nigga. That's open. That's free. But what's the Asian actor name? That
He's an Asian.
I'm gonna go Asian.
Next person will. All right.
What's that nigga name off of? What's that show? That show that's out. Off the boat.
Fresh off the boat.
Fresh off the boat. Fresh off the boat. You hear me?
The main character.
Let me look at this. Ride with his audience as we try to choose. And once again, you can send the Fly with Bats podcast at gmail.com. So we can continue to make this hard for the Your 30 podcast.
Yes, help us serve that ass.
Give us anybody that you might
I know
want.
an Asian actor that'll probably be pretty challenging.
Well, I was about to give one of these random motherfuckers, but go ahead. What you saying?
Zhang Ziyi.
What they playing?
That was the girl from Crouching Tiger, Hidden
No,
Dragon.
don't do that. Nope, don't do that. I think she also is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let me make sure.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's not her.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's not her.
Let's see.
Because that's a quick. I might have given it to him, but that's a quick.
That might be a little.
No. Asian S.H.I.E.L.D. lady played Chun-Li. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
As Ming Na Wen. She played Chun-Li.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Yeah.
So now y'all didn't fuck that up.
I didn't because there's no connection. I thought he was talking about. She was Chun-Li in Street Fighter, and she's also.
Oh yeah, her.
Her. So she's been in the game. I love her. Wait. Oh no, but that's not her. She would connect. Damn, she's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. Zhang Ziyi.
Let's look this up, nigga. We ain't gonna just throw y'all something haphazardly.
ZHA.
Zhang Z. Where is it at? Wait, what she played in? Let's go to what she played.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
There we go. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon from 2000. Damn, we old. Okay, Zhang Ziyi. Zia Zhang.
That's there it is.
Zia Zhang. We ain't gonna read her.
Yeah, because they Chinese names.
Let me look through this right quick. Let me give it the first passing.
Give it a passing.
Because if I could connect some instantly, fuck that.
Son, I don't think we might not be able to connect nothing.
I
don't know. I
think
see
so.
A very smooth connection here. Don't want to give it to him.
I wonder.
No, I'm not gonna give it to them.
Okay,
as soon as it gets to this guy,
it
gets to this guy right here, and anybody listening, you go find the main one of the chicks from Zhang Z from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Go check out our IMDb, and there's gonna be one movie that stands out as to why we can't throw this actor at the Your 30 podcast because we just know
Robert Doki.
You hear me? Oh, you gonna do it like that? That counts?
The senior.
Oh God, wait. Okay, Robert Doki. We're gonna give you still going black. I don't want to go black, but you want to go black.
I'm going black for Robert Doki.
I'm giving y'all a heads up, nigga. Next time you ain't getting a black motherfucker. Yo, Robert Doki.
Senior.
Okay,
Senior. Robert Doki Senior. We know Robert Doki Jr. He's an actor here in New Orleans, one of our peoples. That's our peoples over there. And his father was an actor as well. He's in one of the most classic movies ever, and we're not going to say which one. You got to go find out. That most likely held up probably.
We'll see what he can twerk.
So anyway, that was for the Your 30 podcast. We spent some time hollering at y'all, but they keep challenging us. You know what I'm saying? Who else we shouting out? The Misbelief Radio Show podcast with the homie DC Paul. You can find him at Who Is DC Paul. We'll Figure This Out podcast with Jay Skills and the Wonder Rhymer. The Brooklyn Ladies of Therapy Noir podcast. The Ladies. The Triliterate podcast. Fuck What You Heard podcast, Books to Brains podcast, the Hip Hop Nerd podcast, Metal Hand of God podcast, Black Guys Next Door podcast. Is that it? Is that all the people we have? Shout out. That's everybody.
That's everybody right now.
That seemed like a nice little list.
But hey, if y'all out there
Through the
listening,
hallway.
Oh, you did 3 Dog Week?
I don't know. I'm just shouting it out.
Man, if y'all out there listening, y'all want us to shout y'all out, y'all finna city and y'all local, let us know. We'll shout y'all out. And
whether you
subscribe
shout
to
us out or not, nigga, we just being gracious because I really feel like, you know what I mean, the podcast, it's a movement. And, you know, if you like listening to us, if you happen to be listening to us, well, you might as well give some people that we know as well as some people around the way, you know, some listens, some views, because it's very important as far as, you know, getting your name out there, getting your show out there.
Yes.
Feel me? If you spending time with us, you can spend time with them. But spend some time with us. As so far, I can't get into that. No, I can't. I just shout out everybody. So yeah, go to iTunes. Give us some 5-star reviews on that, as well as or just give us a written review, either one, because we need that'll raise up our numbers and whatnot, man. We usually say it at the end of the show, but we're saying it at the top of the show right now.
Yes, we need some activity.
So we're gonna start off side B, man. Usually on side B, we started off with that ETOUFEE of the day.
Yeah.
And this week's ETOUFEE, like I felt like on the first, this is gonna be an interesting gumbo. That's all I'm gonna say. After ETOUFEE today, we're going to do the Daily Dose America,
which is your friendly reminder of just where you live and just who the fuck you dealing with.
out here.
You heard me?
Then we have that hero highlight, where we take time to shine light on someone who's doing good in the world of pure D fuckery.
Then we see you in a couple of couplers. So, you know, without further ado, let's get into that ETOUFEE.
Brother got his first gun, he ready to murder. He out of control like a swole on bourbon. I don't even drink, if I see you, I ain't see you. Nah, I don't even blink, nah, I don't even think that I'm here. But if I see you and I like you, I'ma smile. Is this really who I am, huh? Then versus now, life is too wild, this shit is out of hand. I'm just trying to live, but y'all don't give a damn. I'm just trying to be cool, I don't wanna lose my word, lose my mind, lose my spine, lose my shirt. But if you know me, then you know I go berserk. And you know I go berserk. And you know I go berserk. Head first, I'm just shutting.
So yeah, dog, this song has taken over. This video,
Yeah, I love it.
has taken over. See, used on the ETOUFEE, we get into all kind of deep shit that's depressing, and we gonna get there.
Don't worry, you gonna wanna.
But fuck, I
wanna
want
put
to
a dunk on
celebrate
it.
fucking Donald Glover for a little bit. Hell with it, man.
This cool ass dark ass video.
He dropped this Is America video, bruh, and I didn't watch this bitch a good 10 times already, son. It's so trill, son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in the people trying to, you know, compare him to Kanye and all this and all that. And this is a funny thing, like in the midst of, you know, Kanye driving everybody crazy, he came and just took that shine and said, you know what? It's almost like when Kanye talk about how we usually go at motherfuckers with negativity and such, and that's what Kanye was getting, a lot of negativity. Donald Glover just dropped this, and now we all feeling positive, like, yeah. You know what I mean? We got an artist out here that's black that's not saying crazy shit in the media that we can identify with.
Right.
Because part of the
person who looks and feels free.
Yeah, because that's one of my problems that we're talking about on the first thing. Like, dog, why all the people that do free thought that we claim to be free thinkers always some anti-black motherfuckers? You know what I mean? Trump is a free thinker. Candace Owens is a free thinker. Kanye West is a free thinker. But we always call him a free thinker when they say something anti to us. Well, Donald Glover to me is very much a fucking free thinker. And I don't see why I don't see why, you know, all the people that was riding the free think bubble and wave ain't big up in that. Instead, they trying to throw like heat at this man talking about because he ain't dating no white woman. I mean, ain't dating no black woman.
Because it's not about free thought at all.
What is it about then?
It's definitely not about free thought if you're not going to give Donald Glover the same fucking credit. It's just about being anti-black.
Or just by being anti.
Niggas want to just be anti, and especially when black people do it, because, like we said this before, dog, black people are so apologetic, you know what I'm saying, to certain things that we'll just be like, dog, y'all tripping, y'all should let it go, dog. Be a free thinker. Think for yourselves. Let it go. You gonna hold on to the past, you wasn't there.
These little buzzwords just be like trendy, dog.
I hate it.
And like the beauty is there's this thing that he's doing in this video. I forget what they call it, but it's some test basically where the real shit you're supposed to look at is what's happening in the background. But you know what I mean? Like the beauty of the metaphor is, you know, we're so focused on dancing and playing around and on the bullshit of life, while everything else,
whole fucking riot going
everything
on, the
else
world's
around you is
crumbling.
going around. And then this meme happening where, like, at a pieces of this video, somebody, you know, riding a fucking white horse of death and shit, and we ain't even paying attention to this nigga in the background with this white horse because we having fun dancing. There he is, it's a freaking Grim Reaper on the white horse, just rides on by,
Taking niggas.
but we're watching the dancing. We all into the dancing. We all into the fluff. We all into the bullshit. And he let that message be without beating you up with it. You just got it. Like when I first saw the video, it's like I got all like I just sat. I just like wait. like all the stimuli hit me without me even having the words for it.
With the wordplay of how you doing it with the video, you really got to sit back and just that first watch and be like, all right, hold on, my brain has to process that, and then I got to go look at it all over again.
It's not a guitar.
Yeah, you have to. Like, you have to give this video like multiple watches. Like, I don't believe anybody caught everything. On their first watch.
Yeah, man.
Like, there's way too much material in it.
Get played back, man. Get paid.
And man, he talking about it like we worrying about all the wrong shit, and I just love it. And the thing is, it's watchable over and over. Like, you know what I mean? It's infectious, and he's using the dance model to keep your attention and still say, motherfuckers, it's not just about that. It's, oh my God.
You know what's funny? When I saw this,
Can you be my
I
big
thought
brother
about I thought about J. Cole, and I was like, I would love to see y'all do a thing, something like that, because right now what you just said in this message and this video is kind of similar to what J. Cole's on with his message of his whole album. Yeah. So I was just like, it'd be a nice little duo from y'all too.
Man, I want to see the tour because right now he on tour with Tyler, the creator, and I know that guy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Fire ass tour.
That's crazy, dog. Especially some of the new shit.
J. Cole pop up right after you say that. That's funny. But yeah, son, what you about to say? My bad.
For me?
Either one of you. I just saw J. Cole pop up on the thing next.
I was just saying I would much rather see him with. Never mind.
Man, Tyler the Creator, dog. These days, I heard some of this shit they spit. And it's like, whoa. Because, I mean, I'll never say he couldn't spit, but he just wasn't my flavor. Like, he'd say some shit that I was like, all right, Tyler, the Creator, that's dope, but I don't know about eating bat dicks or some shit. Like,
Tyler has been around for, like, a while, too. You know,
I would say a good decade.
You could tell he came from the school of the Eminem shit, you feel me? You know, that shock rap, that craziness, you know what I mean? I fuck my sister, we make a baby, then we fuck our mother together, type crazy shit. But he always had wordplay. It was never really about...
He never take away his talent away.
Yeah, he was always talented. Him and Earl, son, like those, him and Earl sweatshirt. But like, yeah, so I always had to think for Tyler, but I wasn't like a hardcore Tyler head, you know what I'm saying? But
I liked him more on Lauder Squad than anything else, honestly.
That's where I first saw him at.
But I like his music too, son. But you're right, he's hilarious on Lauder Squad.
Like, he was just so fun. I was like, damn, son. Him on Lauder Squad make me like his music more.
You mean made?
Shut the fuck up. I tried so hard to get that shit out.
He said makes me. He fought his tongue off for that.
I was like, fuck. All my college years out the window.
That was that gumbo Joe shit right there. You can't subscribe that to the Alpha Man. But anyway, like I just want to big up him, dog. Like when y'all saw the video, man, how did y'all take it in the first time?
Really, the first time I saw it, I was not surprised, but I really thought the song itself was just like super catchy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I really liked it. You know, this is America. Like I mean, it just really kind of drives the point home throughout the whole song. So I mean, just the musical aspect of it itself, you know, that was super super good. And the instant he shot that dude, I was like, okay, like I was totally into it. I was like, you're actually like talking about shit.
Yeah, well, again, you could count that as a terrorist thing over his head. Or they used to do it to black people back in the day too. But.
Right. Like there's like so many layers to it, you know. But I think my favorite part was just how he used the dancing. Like it really distracted you from like all of the best parts of the fucking video. Like it's almost like he like made it like that, so you have to watch it again.
Yeah, no, he did.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, goddamn.
All the most popular dances and shit. He incorporated it. He have all these ad libs. He got 21 Savage ad libs. He got Young Thug singing through.
Yeah, I heard some of the shit like.
Yeah, man. Okay, go ahead, run your shit.
Well, the way I felt about it the first time, me as a person who's really big and like in hip hop and rap and shit like that, I call myself a student of it. I'm studies of the hip hop culture. I was first listening for the lyrics. Because first I was like, all right, I want to know what you're saying. As I'm watching it, I see that there's so much going on. I collected in my brain that I have to watch it again because all right, I just need if I go for lyrics and visuals, I'm gonna miss all of it. So I need to just pick one of it. So I stuck with the lyrics first, and I was like, let me hear the lyrics and let these pictures just simmer in my mind. And after that, when I watched it again, I was like, okay, this nigga is a genius. Yeah. The first feeling I got when I first saw
Hero, and big ups to Hero, the director, who also does Atlanta. They both direct.
When I first saw it, it's dancing. That's the first thing I did see, but something about that also made it seem carefree about it, a carefree joy about it too. In the world of destruction,
it's a juxtaposition of it. It's like, you know what I mean. There's nothing wrong with the carefree, but do you want to get addicted to the fluff?
Yeah, like that. I think that part. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, all I'm saying is that's just in the history of black people. Many times, we find the joy in the pain, but sometimes we get addicted to the joy, and we don't
fix nothing.
We don't fix shit.
Yeah,
we just get distracted.
Complacent, yeah.
You know what I mean? This shit with the church choir, and how oftentimes we give it to Jesus and shit, and that shit don't always protect us or whatever.
Right.
It's crazy, the imagery, but go ahead, my nigga.
And he like turns around and he like shoots them all, like it's almost like
After
talking about
dancing.
that fucking like church shooting and like, you know, all this shit is happening still like amongst all this bullshit.
Right.
And he put it on the media too, because he got all these people as well. He got the cops, everybody running to it, but he also got the nature of he keeps handing this to somebody as if he's on set. It's so meta in a few ways. Go ahead.
Like it's all designed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he's like dancing the whole time,
and smiling,
so carefree. Like, hey, look at me,
and smiling. Wow, you know? chaos is happening all around us.
But I'm totally with it.
By the way, if we sound crazy, it's because the video playing in the background. But what you saying, dog?
It sparked a lot of emotions and feelings inside, and got a lot of messages across. That actually is just so complex. I got to keep watching it because so many layers to layer.
You got so many layers, dog. They just
know,
had these niggas with the things on their faces as if like the like about the environment, because they're the people like we ain't gonna be able to breathe and shit. Like there's so many, like watching it back, like you're saying, there's just so much coming from this black man.
Now when I also see him with his shirt off, you know, he looks like the Al Green poster for Love and Happiness. Mm-hmm. Like also something about the video about like also with black men get paid. It also brings me back to J. Cole when he's like, you know, even though your style, I'm unimpressed, but I love to see a black man get paid. It's like, you know, get your money, you know what I mean? Like, but handle your business. Don't get caught up.
But then there was also the level of America keeps telling us, get your money, get your money, get your money, worship money, worship money, worship money, 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 money. And we teach it to the kids. That's why we got the kids.
I was just about to say, I was like, then the
irony.
School kids, like, you know, they're in their school uniforms
they
and
learn
shit.
It young.
Like this is what we're like making them do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're gonna grow
dance
up do
along
the
with
exact
it.
Same fucking shit.
That's the dance.
You know? Yeah, dude, like that's some really scary shit.
Right, and it's it's crazy, dog. Like I know everybody talking about it, man. It's nuts, bro. It hit at the exact right time.
And it's the perfect
time.
Right,
it's like no, this is America. Kanye tripping.
Dude,
Donald Trump tripping.
And you can tell he's a student of Kanye. Like you know how some artists, you know what I mean? If Kanye, that's the thing about Kanye West. A lot of people like to shit on him right now and all this and don't want to talk about he's not a genius. Y'all overhyped Kanye, this and that. No. Y'all need to remember when Kanye came in the game, that he came in the game with a whole bunch of freaking that's when hardcore rap, that's when gangster rap, that's when all that shit was dominating, you feel me? He was like, even though you always had the Talibs and you always had the other cats like that, they weren't making kind of money. He came through and he made it he made it freaking pop. He made it cool to be just a regular cat. Just to be a regular guy, to be a regular kid. Nigga, I'm not the most thuggish motherfucker around. I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest. I'm just rapping about being broke. I'm rapping about being in school. I'm rapping about family shit, nigga. I'm rapping about self-esteem issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's one of the pioneers to open up the doors for J. Cole's.
For the J. Cole's, for the Kendricks, for the Cuddies, for the freaking Gambinos, you dig? Like, for this to be profitable. Because they always had those underground rappers spitting about this shit. It's always since been. But it was like around the 90s and early 2000s, that shit wasn't as profitable or cool necessarily.
I mean,
to rap
dog,
about
like,
real shit all the time.
So
like,
much of it.
They have, in the gangster rap era, dog, you had maybe 2 or 3 groups that was cool like that. And I fry like that. You had maybe 2 or 3 groups like that was in the mainstream.
Right.
But that
mainstream.
that mainstream shit was gangster. When the gangster rap came in, it was gangster rap.
Because if you think about, even if you talk about, what's your top 5? Niggas be like, Jay-Z, he rap about drugs. Nas, he rapped about real shit, but also about drugs. Biggie, rapped a lot about women and drugs. You hear me?
Gangster shit.
Tupac was everywhere, but in drugs. I mean, not drug and gangster shit too. It's like, most of the time,
Tupac got a period. You got a before the jail Tupac, where he's peaceful and this in the third, and after jail
it's
Tupac.
Still hardcore masculinity on beam, on bubble. In your face. You feel me? Like when we bring up Tupac, there wasn't like people.
First half was Bender got a baby and keep your head up. Second
all
half
fine
was
and dandy, dog. You think of the legend of Tupac, you think a lot of things, dog, but you cannot escape his thuggery or his audacity or his audacious nature of being like, I'm gonna whoop that ass. Like his version of fighting the fucking power was in your face, and that was beautiful. But it was like, you know what I mean? It was the weird kid didn't have nobody to look at the freaking music to and be like, man, all I care about is this other shit. Like I like art. Like I like art. Where's my rapper that raps about art for me and do it on some tight ass beats? You hear me? Because there's another thing about
Master P do it for you, nigga.
I'm saying he opened the door, so it was almost like you see a reflection of the old Kanye. Because everybody like, I miss the old Kanye. It's almost like you see the reflection of it almost in Gambino, but you gotta take it to another level because there's no one that's ever been like Gambino.
Right.
You feel me? He's his own entity. But the timing of it. It's just perfect in the madness that we having right now. It just was beautiful.
He could have made this song probably a year ago for all we know. But dropping it now.
You never. It's always, something like this would always matter. This is America. Like, come on,
and
son.
Timing is everything.
Go get the bag. You know what I mean?
This is the love child that like the current space has like made. You know what I'm saying? Like after all the gangster influence and then the new artists coming out, like I think Childish Gambino is a product of all of that, and I think it's the product that maybe everybody's been secretly waiting for. And like you say, like the timing of it all, like it's just really good.
I ain't gonna lie, niggas like him, Chance the Rapper.
Honestly,
Not
dog,
to me.
the shift, honestly, dog, like, okay, it's two things I want to say about what you just said, D. One, I feel like what you said is exactly right on one level of, like, him dropping a project like this at this very time with everything going on, like, yeah. But the other side of it I want to say is the fact of the big change that let these type of artists in, I will give it up to when Kanye beat 50.
That was the change. That was the proven change. That was proven. That was facts right there.
That was the shift. After
That was
that, it's
set in
like
stone.
the
That was the
labels and
foundation
everybody else
being
was trying to
laid.
find
Yeah.
the next Kanye. Even Drake is a product of Kanye. Like, dog,
Yeah.
everybody like was trying to
Absolutely.
find the next Kanye after he showed through numbers, oh, this is gangster rap is done. Now it's the time for my shit. And after that, of course, trap music. Trap music is basically how gangsta had to become. But also real shit like Kanye let the weird niggas in. And like you're saying, exactly, Childish Gambino is a product. So you see a pop product of it that's not only a product, but is doing things, creating his own complete lane. Because we're going to see the little Childish Gambinos in the next 5 years. You feel me? That's coming. So it was just yes, dog. That's why everybody can't help but play it. It's almost like therapy. Like, that's what this is.
Yeah.
When all the craziness, that's the
It's
word
like
I got
big
for when I
talk,
watched this
oxygen.
video. It feels like therapy, like water. It's like, thank you, man. Because I love J. Cole video, but it didn't.
It was too on the nose.
I think
It didn't touch
Childish
me the same way.
Gambino
You're right.
is on a completely different level than Cole, dog. Like I like him, but I think Childish Gambino is really different. I would dare say maybe more of a favorite for me than J. Cole.
I mean, they're different artists, but
Yeah.
they're different kinds of artists. Because, you know what I mean? We don't know if he rapping or singing.
Yeah,
on the next
right,
album.
right.
Like, it's
They
straight
are-
up.
they are definitely different
But
kinds
I
of
mean, I'm not gonna
artists,
argue if you like Gambino more artistry wise than Cole. But all I'm saying is like Cole dropped some shit that like the ATM video. Like when I watched that
Yeah.
video, I was like, man, this shit real.
It is.
But like you just said, Joe, like Gambino didn't say these are the problems.
Right.
He showed you like that dance with the fucking, because it's a lot of shit repeated. This is America. Go get the bag. Go get the pad. Oh,
He was, like, really heavy
I'm so
with the
pretty.
visual art part of
like,
it.
dude, like, because I'm glad, like, I'm like the music. The music by itself is great. I'm glad I saw the video first, because
Like-
something about watching it just feels.
Like the message on J. Cole's thing was too on the nose. Niggas counting money, chasing after dollar
But it was
bill
great.
bills.
It was
But
great.
It was great. I'm not gonna say it wasn't great, but it was. When you watch a video, you be like, man, I fucks with it. But
It was like emotion versus logic. One was a feeling, and the other one was like, okay, yeah, this is right. I got you, but this feels like something, and it's doing something.
I feel like Childish Gambino's when he dropped feels and his logic is so much of both. It's like, all right, this is what we needed. This is what I've been need to feel. This is what I need to express.
Technically,
But,
they
this
both
is what we need to say.
though. Technically,
Yeah.
they both.
They are, they
But what
are.
I'm saying is, if I was to talk about like what one does for me, like when
But I think
I had words for what J. Cole's talking about.
I think the visuals of how they played on your mind in the Childish Gambino video, of how you watch this first and get into the dance and really lose sight of what's really behind you, what's really going on,
And
what really
I
matters.
think it was way more
That's the thing.
more layered. Like Childish
There you go.
Gambino shit got like a lot more layers to it. I think J. Cole's was, pretty not easy to grasp. Like I would never
Like, his lyrics have more layers to it.
logic, emotion,
Yeah.
like even because you couldn't catch everything that happened in
Right.
This Is America. You just knew that you felt shit happen in that bitch. Whereas J. Cole, he spelled it out. I see what's happening.
Yeah.
My logical mind, my educational mind sees this. I appreciate you doing this,
Shit.
and I can exactly explain everything that's happening. The first time I saw the ATM video,
Yeah.
when I saw this one, it was like I gotta watch this a few more
gotta
times.
dissect.
I got my emotions have to dissect what I just saw. Even when you get to the end, when like the first time in the whole video where he's afraid and he's running away, and all you see is these white people in the shadows, and none of their faces are in focus because it don't matter because there's a black man in America. Just him
that's
running
the
with no shirt,
inherent fear, that,
disheveled.
like not really fear, but I mean
That-
like
no
like
fear
that's,
too, it's
that's
fear.
kind of like that's the primary, like one of the primary forces that kind of dictate how we think about every fucking thing. You know
How
what
he
I'm saying?
stuck, bro. He just
Like,
running. The whole time, all you
white
saw was him
supremacy.
smiling, dog. And when you see him at the end, all these random people just want something from him, and they're all white. It's very interesting, son.
Very.
And he got Young Thug just crooning in the background, son. Like, oh.
Yeah,
No,
pretty awesome.
He had a few niggas in there. I was listening to ad-libs. I was like, that's so funny.
Once again, something that Kanye did before.
When?
Can't tell me nothing. Ha ha! He was the one. He was like the first artist I ever seen
took
take
Jesus
someone
ad-libs.
else's ad-libs, didn't put him on a verse. You heard me?
No, he
Not an
didn't.
original song. He just
yeah,
took Young
word,
Jeezy
word,
ad-libs
word,
for Can't Tell Me Nothing. And that be a rock.
Yeah, that haha was important.
Nigga, it was a few things. Get
Word.
money. He had all that, man. It's like he said, Young Jeezy, can I just get all your ad-libs
Yeah,
and
like,
just
let me
throw them
just
where I
get
want?
these. And I'm sure Jesus was like, fuck yeah, nigga.
I'm serious, nigga. He had all that shit in the background.
Haha! That
All
bitch
of
is perfect, boy.
He had all of them. See what I'm saying? Like, dog.
You thought he was about to rap it when he said that.
Dog, I thought, like, when I first heard Can't Tell Me Nothing, I swore Jesus was going to be on the song.
Right, like
It was-
I thought Jesus was gonna be on song too, for sure.
It was almost jarring to only have his ad-libs at the time.
Nigga was like, wait, what you doing,
Come
man?
on,
But
Jeezy.
once again, and
How's
that-
he featured if he
and-
not rapping?
And that goes to Kanye West's genius. So when people be talking about why y'all big up in this nigga, it's like, son, like, I'm not gonna be living in a bubble as if this man ain't like the father of a lot of these niggas. Like
don't
when
know
people
if
try
I
to
ever-
attack Wayne, I'm like, Wayne is son of a lot of these niggas out here. What you saying?
Have y'all ever seen a video with like not only millions of views but like millions of likes also?
Yeah, certain ones.
I feel like it's my first time seeing like 1.2 M like by the thumbs up button.
It's like
that's
it
crazy.
It be things that are hits that undeniable hits and really positive shit. You get those.
Oh, okay.
'Cause It's not like
43,000.
it's not like we're gonna look up that joint, that whole Kirk Franklin joint with all the people on it, and that's gonna be bad. Looking out and I can love Jesus.
If I never see his face,
Yeah, I see yours. What did you just say?
I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said, son. I don't know.
But I'm saying they're not gonna down it unless they gonna troll it.
It's gotta be evil.
But no, but I still get your point, especially so quickly.
Yeah,
this song
right,
is
like,
not that old,
goddamn.
and this is just one of the many YouTube links to it that has 24 million views and 1.2 million likes. Y'all 43,000 that dislike it, y'all haters.
But the Migos got 1.2 million likes.
Most likely, I
I
mean,
mean,
Migos
43K in scope of like a million.
ain't shit.
They ain't nothing but a bunch of hating ass crackers.
Oh, I didn't even want to take it there. Yeah.
I took it there to those honkies.
We are now there.
My nigga said, I wish a colonizer would get mad that I called him a colonizer. I laughed. Shouts out to Paul.
Hell face.
But the other side of Donald Glover, aside from the singer, the rap, and all that, is Atlanta. I laughed on set. We watched the Saturday Night Live joint, and we watched the freaking the FUBU episode. And it's a hilarious thing. Well, he made fun of the fact that everybody said he could do everything, but son, like, you do so much so well, son.
Right.
And I gotta thank once again you for that FUBU episode, because anybody who watched it, they get like an hour demo, it takes you back.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it, dog. Every second of it.
He got on Phoebe.
That boy.
My God, dog, and like so many levels and layers, because we talk about Atlanta almost every freaking show, but it just is what it is, dog. Like
That episode, though, in particular, really captured a black childhood and a black school.
I've been wanting to do a Wonder Years remake in New Orleans in the 90s, like for years, and he showed me how it could be done.
Yeah.
Because he just showed me that one episode how it could be done, dog. That's like a dream project. Now I wish I could get pulled off, but
Like, that dude really is a fucking genius on some shit though. Like
You
it's kind of weird, dog. Like you really make shit that like nobody else is doing. Like nobody got your fucking style.
but with
You
your
know
squad
what I'm saying?
too. And he shows, like, especially with Atlanta, how squad is important. Because, for
Yeah,
instance, FUBU, he
right,
directed
right.
FUBU. His brother wrote it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And once again, he usually don't do all the directing because his partner Hero usually do the directing.
He do most of the writing.
That's
And
fine.
see what I'm saying? Well, him and his brother do a lot of writing together. They they trade off and such, and they have a writer's room as well. But you know what I mean? Like it's like your squad make the shit beautiful. That's why I want to keep abreast of, like you said, who's writing, who directing. Because a lot of times we'd be just like, man, Glover a genius.
Yeah,
But most
yeah.
likely he'll be like, but without my circle.
But you only
which
genius
is
your squad.
not fair on some shit, you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm
Like,
saying?
you know, it is a team effort, like a lot of shit that we be doing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just one person doing everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we do need to be like more more like aware of like the people involved that's doing all these
All
great
this other
fucking
shit,
things
right.
that we really loving on.
Because one of those episodes of that, I think Atlanta, was actually written by a woman. One of our favorite ones. Was it a BB episode or was it Woods? I think Woods was written by a woman, and she need like once again you give Donald Glover a lot of times that that Woods episode was genius, but it's like my dude, like old girl wrote that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Check the credits, my dude.
Yeah, son. So
they are important.
I appreciate that.
Credits got to be checked and such, dog. But like that FUBU episode, man, like some of the standouts, like the materialism aspect in the black community, how oftentimes like it was that real about them name brands.
Right.
Like we grew up in an era with starter jackets to get you killed, Jordans to get you killed,
right.
dog. Them labels was real, and like you would get joned on, ribbed on, my nigga.
And you had some fake shit.
And we always broke and numbers was working. When you look at the juxtaposition of my nigga, like as kids, none of us got real money,
Right,
But
it's not like we buying these clothes.
But it comes from, black. There's so many levels of like black people. We want to look so good. We want to feel like we're something. You know what I mean? We want to still feel like, for whatever reason, we slaves to a lot of these labels, dog. And it's just, man, there's so much you can dissect in every episode of Atlanta, dog.
And
but
I really like the contrast of when the white dude was saying, like, I wear this t-shirt twice a fucking week. Like, they don't even care about this shit, but I mean, maybe they don't care because they got fucking money and they've been having fucking money.
Because it just depends.
Yeah. Like,
I was listening to this podcast where they had this one white woman on the podcast and the rest of them was talking about this episode. And he said, so tell us how it is in the white culture. And the white chick, she was like, well, coming up in like when I was at my little regular middle school or like my broke middle school, it wasn't that bad. But at one point, me and my family moved to the rich area around these rich white people. So when you're a poor white motherfucker around rich white people and they know Hugo Boss, they know all these, that's when they encounter it. So in regular white people land, not really. But you go to that other side.
Well, see,
you
the
know
thing is, like, with a white kid around a bunch of black kids, dog.
That's a different stick. It's a different power dynamic.
Yeah, right. And no one really cares about the white kid because, like, it's like the thing is, the white kid has a sense of, like, don't fuck with him by his clothes because he's white. Like, no one cares. Or it's almost like white people can do what they want. They also dance in mud and shit. They always doing some
black people
shit.
do not expect white people to be cool. That's like the white kid that know how to swag black always gets some attention because it's like, oh my nigga, you got some cool in you. Because that's just inherently we create cool and we dictate most y'all ain't,
cool, right.
most y'all ain't, and the ones that are usually was us inspired. Because whenever you think of the coolest white people, you be like, oh yeah, it wasn't them pretty. Oh, he came from the black area in Detroit. Oh yeah. Like when Vanilla Ice tried to be cool, oh yeah, he's trying to be down with us. Mark Wahlberg, oh shit, he was Marky Mark. He's trying to be black. Like
all them niggas, man.
Like it's just funny. I ain't picking on y'all white people.
Nah, not at all.
No, we are. But anyway.
All right, well, fuck it then. I mean, we did say we picking they cool. Like United.
I mean, I ain't saying you can't be a cool white motherfucker. They got some cool white motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's just funny, like just general consistency in the black community of my nigga. If it came down to cool, and like you said, at a black school, I'm not expecting a white kid at the black school to dictate cool to me and my niggas.
If he ain't standing out, that boy is not even thought about.
He's standing out in our version.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was part of growing up, dog. Like, gotta give the child actors so much props.
I want to see what he said about directing those kids since Donald did direct us. So when I was like, dog, how did you help him get into those characters? Because Ern had you well, your boy that played Ern had you well down. The boy that played Paperboy. Little Paper motherfucking boy, man.
They got snitches in here, y'all.
Maybe they were all just actors. I mean, fuck.
I mean, they were child actors, definitely.
They were just trained actors, and they were good.
I'm putting on casting. Shouts out to casting, another unsung hero in this game. Like a lot of times, you gotta understand, dog. Like if you cast the right motherfucker, that's easy for the director. They ain't have to even do much. Yeah. You feel me? So big ups to who cast these kids, because
y'all,
all of them were nice, dog.
Good choices.
Even the archetypes, like I said, the little kid that was ripping everybody, I felt like that was Lil Tracy, but not really Tracy, but that's who, because it was like we said, coming off of Ern and Pitt and Alfred, having a pretty, their relationship has gone left. Their relationship has gone left. They're not in the best of points right now with each other. So for Atlanta to give us this episode, that's showing us their childhood and showing how they always been, because really that affected Ern to this day. You'll never see him trying to be flashy or trying to wear all these name brands and shit. He's lightweight bullied everywhere, and he kind of takes it, and it's ironic because mom said don't let nobody bully you, but he let life bully his ass. And we see it a lot of times when he be around Alfred and them niggas be punking Ern. He just be
you can always go back to the first season when he let that guy say nigga,
right?
And he just let it slide.
And you could go to the first episode this season. I think he saw a lot of himself in Cat Williams' character, and that's why he was so frustrated in dealing with him, because he didn't want to end up like that.
He definitely saw himself. That's why he said he didn't want to end up like him.
Well, he didn't say it I. He made it more. He said I without saying I. Remember, he made it general, but you could tell, nigga, no.
No, you.
He talking about you.
You talking about you, dog.
You talking about you, dog. Don't hide behind the general.
You
Feel me?
slipping, you falling, you hoping that you
He's
can
had
get
a
back up.
long freaking season, son, but like it's so much that you can unpack in that episode. Like, you know what I mean? Paperboy said racism and then used racism to get his boy off.
That was genius.
The,
God.
the look he gave Ern when he got him off was like, see, nigga, I'm always getting your little ass out of trouble. That let me know that maybe Paperboy like a year older than Ern.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And because the thing is, he's like, oh, that's y'all, that's in your class. I was like, all right, like that's the kind of feel I got from it. I was like, all
All
right.
the mannerism and such. And I was like,
Because no one knew that was the thing is no one knew that was Paperboy's Ern. That was Alfred was Ern's cousin. No one knew that because they could easily been like, that's your cousin. He could have said that, and they all took his word. That let you know Paperboy was not only cool, but like what his word says goes to the underling. So it's like
that's an interesting thing. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't.
I think they did because the dude Johnny, whoever was that's in their class, apparently knows about football.
No. I'm saying maybe they did, maybe they didn't know that Paperboy, Alfred, he's not Paperboy yet. That Alfred and Ern were cousins. Because you're right on one end, it didn't seem like they were, but on the other end, it might have been something. Because it's not like if you see these niggas every day, you go, oh, like y'all cousins. But
Right.
you right on the level of, but I would have called him out.
Right.
I'm sticking up for your cousin. But if he's cooler, older, big and intimidating, you might just take that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you in these kids' situation, like I can see both sides of how, yeah, they know it's the cousin, but they ain't gonna call Debo on no shit. You right,
Alfred
you right,
seemed
Alfred.
like a fucking grown ass kid over all the
All the little niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Like he
What
was
he
the
say-
nigga's daddy, right? Like whatever this nigga say, yeah, he's probably right.
In my ROTC uniform.
Yeah, like he probably got kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. Look,
Nigga pickpocketing lockers and shit, just going
Yeah,
ahead
this
and
nigga
taking hit
grown.
lockers.
I love the subtleties in the kid that was getting bullied as well with the other jersey.
Oh, yes. The
Like
one that
especially
played
when you
Devin.
find out what happened to him, Devin, the character Devin. Especially when you find out what happens when you watch how he was minding his business. Like, you feel me?
He was like, man, I'm always fresh, dog.
And he didn't even start with that because at first
He was just chilling, like,
he was
man, talk to
chilling.
Ern, my shit's
Talk to
real.
Ern, right? He wouldn't go throw Ern under the bus at first, and then after a while, he's like, "Bruh, I always got fresh shit. Ern never do." But at that point, kids don't give a fuck because when it's also the jealousy of it. Maybe they do know you always be fresh. Maybe they've been
Right.
waiting for that opportunity to finally strike your fucking ass because they've been jealous, not knowing you got shit going on.
Because one of the kids said straight up, I gotta wait till Christmas to get this football shit.
yeah.
Niggas is broke.
Come on,
and you
now.
always fresh. Your daddy always got you with the new Jordans.
So
you always
maybe they
rocking
was
fresh.
trolling that nigga, but you never.
And
know.
also niggas just love the real too, because niggas
Right.
love to be funny, dog.
But they went over the top. They followed that boy into the bus, and some people online have made the query have made the question. That is a word though. That's made the question of whether some time had passed or not between those days. Because on one end, it's very powerful for it to happen the next day. But on another end, they list a whole bunch of reasons how some time could have passed, and they could have been bullying him for days.
Oh, for days?
Yeah, because the thing is, they
I
don't.
feel like it's the next day.
It could have been, but they can.
It-
The argument.
that point, I can see it if they want to say it was been a couple of days.
Because
I
they
can see
didn't
that.
make it specific.
Right.
They didn't go, oh, yesterday, y'all were ribbing them. They just did the fade and Ern just went something
But
different.
I also say it was the next day because of the little girl that comes in that was the one who had her head down at the beginning of the
Right.
episode comes in. It seems like the next day, and that's the juxtaposition of it.
How? Because they talk about how she had a black eye the first time and that bitch was kind of healed. And they
It's
said,
hard to see that she had a black eye. She had a black eye. Did you
yeah,
see
that's
it?
Yeah.
What, yeah, it's right there. I will look for it this time because I didn't notice it at all the first time.
Right, because I felt like I missed it. Maybe.
Yeah, but like I look for it this time because people been talking about how like she had a freaking black eye, and they said, but that's the thing. But they said it looked like it was more healed than it should have been. But I don't know. It's so ways you can
Yeah,
play it.
like-
But even
like
still,
it
even when
is
she was
now.
saying, the teacher said we're having a good day today. If she always has off and on days, it could have been the next day, or it could have been a day that she's having a good day after off and on was like they never they left it open enough for if y'all believe that's a few days have passed, y'all can have that. But I feel like it hits harder if it's the next day.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's that trigger.
Right,
that can
right.
make
I
a
just really
motherfucker.
feel like it's the next day. I mean, that's just the way I took it, you know.
But also a few days of bullying, I can also accept
I can accept that
because
for sure.
you see where it starts and what you find out about his parents and the
Yeah.
divorce and what happens with that, along with him getting bullied and shit. And apparently, the niggas was throwing shits at him and all that.
was really riding
Like,
him.
That's
And Ern did say, if I get this nickname, they're going to ride me all year.
Right.
right.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Forever. This is gonna be
Forever.
your shit forever. This is
Forever.
how you get your nickname.
They made that joke. He was like, he said the dude name. Remember like, I'm going to say Paul. Remember Paul? And white boy don't even know his name. Doodoo Paul. He's like, oh, yeah. It's like niggas only know you by the nickname.
Yeah.
That's school to the motherfucker, dog.
Dog, your neighborhood and the school you be at most of the time.
You know what I'm
give you
saying?
your nickname.
Y'all
dog.
any nicknames in middle school, high school? That was like some weird shit.
Not weird, but I had white boy.
He said just the you know the regular racist ones that go to light skinned niggas, ambiguous niggas.
I had Knuckles. That was my name for dancing, but then it was ironic because I used to get in a bunch of fights too. So it was like it just stuck.
I had Pacos.
Because they thought you was Hispanic.
Yep.
They all racist. These
are my nicknames though, dog.
I understand. It's just hilarious.
He was like calling me Paco when I was in my ninth grade Mississippi the whole high school. Thousands of kids. What up, Paco? And that's how they accept it.
And that's how the whole school was there. Like the news travels fast. The whole school knew. Yeah. They all riding.
I give y'all a little secret. I'm glad I got called Paco because before then my name would start spreading that my name was No Draws. Because I went to the gym one day and I went to switch clothes and I had no drawers on.
Damn, nigga.
And one nigga saw that because niggas like to not give you a space. I'm all in the bathroom trying to crowd him on myself.
He got no PP.
Right. He ain't got no drawers, y'all. He ain't got no fucking drawers.
Yeah,
and next thing you know, I'm in class. So what up, no drawers?
Yeah. That fast.
And then, you know, as an adult, I would have accepted it like a G, like, yep, sure, eh? But now as a kid, I was like, oh.
Kids, you still so much. It's so weird. Middle school / high school. Yeah,
and
so
to bring it back to that episode with that, dog, it's funny the different type of bullying in the black
community. Before I was
Batman
and Bats, I was Visor Boy.
Oh, right. Visor boy.
I used to wear like every kind of headgear. I had like a million headbands, hats, and visors, and I color coordinate all my shit.
I used to wear a lot of headbands.
But like it stuck out. It stuck out because like nobody else would wear visors. Like I had all the headgear. Yeah. But because I had visors too, that was also color coded to my Foot Locker, you know, tall teen shit. It was like, look at Visor Man. Well, some people say Visor Man, some people say Visor Boy. And that lasted for a little while.
Superhero.
That's what it sounded like, son. But then like I said,
Visor Man.
One Halloween, dog, I was just Batman, son. Like but I wore a sign on my chest that said like I am Batman on my chest. I didn't dress up as Batman. I was on some ironic shit. And I put something on my back, and then like from then it was like, all right, what's up, Batman? But like in my mind, I'm like, but I love Batman. So y'all don't even understand. Like y'all bring it back on childhood thing right quick. I'll bring it back on y'all. So then in high school they started calling me that for a minute.
I'm gonna start calling you Visor Man. Fuck
Bats. I mean, that'd be weird since I don't wear them. Yeah. Where do you find visors now?
I have no fucking idea. Amazon.com.
eBay, bitch. They don't even sell visors anymore.
Old garage sale, nigga.
You feel me? That's trippy, son. But
to bring back to Atlanta, I was saying, dog, that I'm glad that Donald Glover in this episode touched on how the black bullying in the community is in the schools, you know what I'm saying?
That bullying shit.
Like how we get bullied in the schools is different from where white kids get bullied. Niggas getting beat up, but they ain't getting swirly. But niggas are getting like picked on in a different kind of way, but like ribbed and shit. Like I think white people get talked about, but when I see shit, especially from the movies and the thousands of things I've seen from that here, it seems more like they just be abusing the kids, like slapping shit out their hands and tripping them.
I feel like it's all that. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just... I feel like white culture bullying is different from black culture bullying. I'm not going to disagree with that at all. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think white kids just beat up on white kids. They talk shit. They rib. Yeah. They roast. That's what they call it. They roast each other. You hear me? But, like you said, in the black community, dog, it's, like, a lot of times, like, these days, our generation like to talk about how, man, what they talk about bullying. Like, as if, like, somehow older people be acting like bullying ain't a thing.
Right.
And... ribbing, some of the old heads don't even realize that's bullying. If you just a gang of motherfuckers always ribbing this person all the time. This
like bullying ain't just Debo.
Right, it's not just Debo, son. It's nonstop harassment. It's like it's a lot of shit.
There's verbal abuse, mental abuse.
There's layers. Yeah. There's layers. And they showed all kinds. Like your boy punched those dude in the head on the bus and nobody even flinched. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were showing it.
I mean, real talk, dog, I kinda felt bad for him. I kinda didn't. I was like, this is the consequence of throwing shit out the bus, son.
But it shouldn't be.
That shouldn't be consequential.
You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't have got punched in the head because you accidentally got yogurt on this cat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we so freaking colored. Like I said, some people be thinking, we so freaking colored. I didn't mean to say it like that.
Yeah, you did.
Wow. You know what I mean? But it, like, the picture's so colored in our minds for shit to be normal. Like, that, like I said, so many things pass our generation on back that shouldn't pass.
But guess what? That kid, look at the kid he did it to. Because those kids that I used to do in school knew who not to fuck with. Sometimes it was crazy.
He wasn't trying to fuck with nobody. He even apologized to this man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why he was like, I know I can punch this nigga. But there was kids
you mean that dude that punched him?
Yeah. Like, it was the other nigga that was like, it was me. All right.
I mean, they didn't show that angle of him because they also got them motherfuckers that don't care. That don't get.
Yeah, they also got them niggas. But
them
niggas got guns.
And another thing I want to touch on was how the respectability politics at the end of, you know what I mean, his mom evoking in his mind like, you gotta wear a suit. And he's like, well, I gotta wear a suit. And that also showed you Earn don't ever wear suits neither now to this day. And she was saying like, and we all get like, it was so easy to connect with his mom because anybody who's ever had a black mom or black grandma saw either their mom or their grandma or their auntie and
somebody
and them ladies, dog. We've been in the store like, come on, man, grandma looking at crazy shit all day. You feel
all
me?
day.
You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, talk that talk. There's so many talks that only go to black boys, and a lot of it is to be safe, so we won't be threatening to the to white people. Fuck, say what it is. So we won't be seen as threatening in society. And one of those things are, you know, always dress nice, always wear suits, always look presentable and all that.
Clean cut, clean
shave. Cut, be safe, be seen palatable. So it was interesting in the same episode that has the quote unquote in designer brand, and at school you have to have the designer brand to be normal and palatable. When you go home, your mama telling you, oh no, you gotta dress up and wear a suit to be normal and palatable.
It's like, bitch,
and that's not something, that's some black boy shit to have to deal with.
Yeah, like you're getting pulled in every direction
when it comes to identity.
All day, every day.
It reminded me of that Will Smith song when his mom got the double reversible slacks on Parents Just Don't Understand.
Yeah, you went back. What about it?
Man, oh no, it's that verse. He was just like, they were shopping and his mom was just fucking him over with butterfly collar ass shirts and shit.
That video.
Yeah, the video too. I just used to listen to the song most of the time, dog, and I was just like, damn, so your mama fucking you over.
I mean, there's a certain dissonance between like parents and kids a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like, for one, kids a lot of times feel like they can't talk to their parents, so they make their parents believe that one world is happening and then there's a whole other world in kids land. And these things are very important to them.
You know what's funny? Because I'm looking at Aaron, I'm like, Aaron looks nice. He got a nice little shirt, his iron.
Your adult eyes are saying.
Yeah.
That's not your 1997, 98 eyes.
But I had to stop myself and saying like, damn, that's how old I've gotten now because I know what he's going through. But I'm looking at him like, shit, I wear that right now. Fuck, but nah. And nigga wouldn't tell me shit. But I was like, damn, son, there's kids.
And
how do the kids get caught up in so much materialism like that?
What you mean how? It's fed.
How?
It's fed easily. What you mean? We got pulled into it. You act like we didn't do the same shit. This is from our generation that this story is told. You hear me? I was in 7th grade. This studying, and it's still today.
Well, you got to be into with your kids then.
You gotta talk. You gotta talk, and you gotta be able to respect them as little humans. Because so many times we talk down to kids and we don't take what's important to them as seriously as we should. Run it with your little one. If that's if kids ribbing them is a big deal, well, like teach them how to deal with it. Because so many times we just tell them be strong or deal with it instead of showing them this is how you should deal with it,
right?
Or this is how you can find strength. Or this, you know what I mean? We don't do enough Howard. We just tell them as if kids got the blueprint.
Just do this.
Because most black people that requires a level of therapy. And most black people haven't got enough therapy to let someone else navigate themselves because they're still trying to find their way. And that's a whole different subject and topic.
I'm not even going to say therapy. I mean, I hear where you're going with it, but another level is like when you learn wrong, you do wrong. You know what I mean? And not having therapy can add into that. But it's also like, you know what I mean? To this day, if you ask a motherfucker our age about spanking your child, you feel me? It's one of those things that has been handed down from generation to generation to generation, and every generation will have a certain thought about it. But like, there's a whole lot of people who have showed you can parent your kids without hitting them. But so many of us come from being hit and seeing that that's a way of discipline that it's almost impossible to see a world where I'm not going to ever spank my kid or never. And it's interesting. But I'm not pro or against, but I'm just saying it's an interesting thing to see that there was a time where all kids got spanked. All kids got spanked. Now
spare the ride, spoil the child.
Nigga, they got grown adults that will tell you my mom or my dad never spanked me. That shows you this is not the way that you have to go. But so many of us still won't go that way.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I will fucking argue this, dog. The people who I've met that said they were never spanked, I promise you, they have all done and or do the most craziest fucking shit.
People that get spanked do crazy shit too.
I understand that, but I mean, that shit is really curious.
A lot of biggest murderers got spanked too.
No, they got spanked too hard. All right. They didn't get spanked, they got beaten.
We got players on both sides. That's all I'm saying.
Listen. Will I punch my son in his chest? Not too hard. But that's just how it is in this world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some things gonna come at you hard. You gotta be ready for that shit as you get older.
That's how you justifying it, though.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, that's always what it is.
I think it just really depends, though.
I don't know. My son stepped up to me. It ain't like I'm gonna punch that nigga off the dump. He got to step up to me like,
if he
man.
never steps up to you,
like, then I don't have to punch him.
So I'm just saying, everyday discipline, and like we've all been raised on, getting spanked at a certain, like I can't, I know since I grew up with old people, I know my spanking stopped earlier than some of my contemporaries.
Right.
You feel me? Because they just got too old for that shit.
I would be like, my boy.
But still, like, I got spankers. You know what I mean?
I don't mind spanking, but I think it shouldn't be the first option. Like,
Girl.
you don't always have to go directly to spanking.
Which
like,
many
you know,
young parents
like,
do.
Yeah, like, first you can explain, like, why they're doing dumbass shit. And if they do it again, it's like, okay, like, I'm trying to tell you that what you're doing is fucking dumb. Don't fucking do it. And if they do it again, maybe you do got to get a little bit physical because, you know, that's what kids understand. Like, they only learn from, like, really not extreme, but, I mean, shit that they're going to fucking remember. Like, they remember...
that ass whipping.
But it don't have to be an ass whooping.
It
They
doesn't
got
have to
parents
be.
who strike fear in their kids without ever touching them.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
not and not all parents can do that. But
Not all parents
if
can
you,
do that.
If you
That's
can
true,
do
too.
it, then yeah, good. That's solid parenting. Like if you can strike fear without getting physical,
Yes.
awesome.
And when you say getting
But-
physical doesn't necessarily have to mean
Like-
a beating
like
or
hitting them,
spanking.
right.
You can freaking push a motherfucker on the
Yeah,
wall
like you
and
grab
they can be
them.
tripped the fuck out like, oh my God, hands have been laid.
Yes, but I mean, I equate that to spanking though.
I hear
Like you have to get physical with them in some kind of way, not necessarily hitting them, but definitely him them the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like getting held up by like a big person on
no
a fucking
strength.
wall. Like you will remember that shit.
But some people, I'm
Say
saying, I'm
something, say
playing
something.
devil's advocate here, but definitely they got people who don't have to do it
Yeah.
at all.
Hey,
and I admire that.
I
Me
commend
too.
you. But kids are a case-by-case basis.
It
Yeah.
can be.
And I will try a lot of methods. Whipping is in one of the methods I'll try.
But here go the thing too.
It's not out. I'm not outing it.
What if was a proven like 100 years of motherfuckers never would beating their kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause certain things, like you said, you're right. I absolutely agree with you.
You can speculate.
Then son, you got a
The
100.
fact that we got a good, there's enough people who can go on record to saying that they've raised kids that they didn't have to beat shows that, okay, it's not necessarily, those are a bunch of cases as well. You know what I mean? Like whenever we say case by case basis, it can easily mean, give us another reason to justify hitting them where case by case, even in all those cases, physical contact, I mean, you know, punching, spanking, slapping probably never had to happen to diffuse the situation at all times.
I would also argue that
Just
in
throwing it
that-
out there.
I would also argue though that in that sample, and I mean you can really say this about like a lot of samples, but I'm pretty sure a good section of those people who claim that they don't put their hands on their child are lying just to save face.
I could say maybe that's possible.
I mean, it's not impossible because people lie, but once again, if you could taint the other side of the field as well, you know what I mean? Like,
What you say? What more people do with their kids?
no, I mean, like they got people who might claim that they never with their kids and may have gotten physical, right? And they got also people who might
Who might claim that they do hit their kids, but they
Kids-
actually don't.
say it again.
Like, okay, so you're saying that they got people that would lie and say that they don't beat their kids,
Right.
Just to save face. So
And
are
what are
you
they saving face
saying-
for? To so they could be down with the I never hit my kids shit.
Just so they can look like they're like, you know, better parents, better thinkers, and that they're just better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then are you saying that on the opposite side of that, they got people that would lie about not beating their kids, but they actually do? I don't understand why they would lie about that.
You mean
though.
lie about beating their kids, but they actually
But they
don't?
actually don't, yeah. Right.
That's
Is
not
that-
what I was trying to say. I was
Okay.
kind of looking at a different angle,
Okay.
but I could believe that too.
Well, that's
Well,
weird.
That's
Yeah,
not weird.
that's weird.
That's not weird.
I beat my kids, but I really don't.
That's not weird because think about it right now. Right now, it's weird to say that you don't beat your kids. So if you some people trying to be down and you surrounded by people that be like, yeah, I be whipping my kid and you secretly don't.
I don't know.
I can see. I can see it.
I don't know.
If
So
it works, nah.
so you don't think no one on this planet? I just gave you the fact that yeah, they got people who might lie about just to be down.
You
even
can't
though-
be absolute. Like that's not what I'm saying. But
I'm not
I
being
don't,
absolute.
I don't think that would be as a common occurrence as people lying about like not beating their kids.
Why?
No,
Why?
About beating their kids.
But most people
actually not.
But no,
Yeah.
now I'm confused. So wait a minute. So we're in a world where more people came from getting their ass whipped, and there's more people giving whippings. So if anything, to be down, you would claim you're like everyone else. So I'm saying, why is it weird to think that someone would want to be down and not look like the weirdo that's not beating their kids, than to believe that someone would lie and claim that they've never beat their kids when they really did? I mean, I feel like on both sides you can find liars, because I feel like if it's the majority, you be like, yeah, because they got people right now who claim they got whipped that never got whipped. Just because they won't be down with the Browns. They won't be like my fucking sister. My little sister, she got whipped before, but what I'm saying is, I know she came up in the suburbs, and a lot of people come from the suburbs won't be down. So when they be around they hood friends and shit, they be like putting on, trying to be down. I can easily see
but
it.
that's different though, because like people lying about them getting
whipping, because
getting like a whipping,
yes,
that doesn't involve like having to have like a certain moral standard. Like parents, you know, they're trying to save face more on like this moral parenting
only
level,
on a survey,
that,
because
like,
when they get around their friends who also beat their kids, that's a different thing. That's what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is, children don't.
The kids are not like, be like, oh yeah, I get beat. Yeah, we probably.
There's no
Let me break it down on
like,
both
like
ends. Let me break it down on both ends, because you're not hearing me, son. I'm talking about, when I bring up the kid situation, we talking about peer pressure. I'm talking about peer pressure in general. Humans succumb to peer pressure, generally. So when I brought up the kid side of it, just like they got kids, most kids got beat. So if you some fucking motherfucker that's just like prim and proper, whatever, has never got your ass whooped, and you go to a hood school, and all them hood motherfuckers is talking about, I got whooped ass, motherfuckers will play along to be down. That's a human nature thing. The same thing comes up when you grow up. That is a small percentage of kids have peer pressure and be down.
The peer pressure to say, hey, I got beat like the rest of y'all.
You just told me there was no percentage, and now you're saying it's a small percentage. All I'm saying is it exists, because I've watched kids try to be down with hood motherfuckers are trying to be down. Adults do it too. We live in the culture of it. Adults trying to be down. Slaves. You think it's just kids slaves to these fucking materials? No. You think it's just kids and looking at the housewives and the rappers and the motherfuckers balling? No. We also come to peer pressure. So I'm saying in certain contexts, if you're around a bunch of niggas that you trying to be down with, and them motherfuckers all talking about how it's cool to beat their kids, and you ain't trying to be the weird nigga, I can see someone doing it. I ain't saying this majority of motherfuckers, but I can easily see, and I would want to be down as human nature fight. Nah. Easy, son. Easy.
I think
we want to be down with Atlanta hype beats.
I mean, no. I mean, people want to be down.
Niggas trying to be down and not beating their kids.
Yes.
In public. But once again, my context is, if you're around a bunch of parents that's talking that shit and they all agreeing and shit, I can see some motherfuckers folding.
All right, you see a few niggas folding, but
I ain't gonna say a few. We got 7 billion people on this planet. I'm not gonna say a few.
I think there's exceptions to everything, but I just think if we're gonna speak just in kind of blanket terms, just for the sake of this conversation, I think the contingent is way larger on the side of parents who would more like lie about like beating their kids.
Depends on what part of the country you're in.
And then you can't put it on global, because we got every different reasons. We're talking about the black experience of beating kids.
If
we talking about a whole reason why Asian.
We talking about millions of people though.
You talking about Asian people and why they do it, though, in their culture. It's like you putting different cultures together and giving a reason of beatings for different reasons.
I'm not giving a reason of beatings.
You said all women are the same.
I said majority of people. It doesn't matter if I'm saying a majority of people, white, black, Asian, or whatever, grew up getting the ass beat or grew up in a culture thinking that spankings is the way. That's across the board. People grow up like that thinking spankings are the way. So if you grew up there thinking spankings are the way, and they got this one-eyed nigga trying to tell you, oh, this one-eyed parent, while 7 different couples are saying, I be spanking the shit out of my kid. That's part of how you supposed to do parenting. Am I right, Jen? Yeah, you're right, because we all in Arkansas. That's what the fuck we do. Nigga, Bob over there that's saying, no, you shouldn't beat your kids. Nigga, you can Google this. People do it now. Shit. Nigga, if you say don't beat your kids to some motherfuckers that say you crazy, nigga, some people gonna try to be down and be like, I don't even want to get into the debate. Yeah. Whippings are fine. I ain't gonna whip my kids. I don't see how that math is not easy, dog. People do it on every level, in almost every manner, especially in America. People to be down.
People want to be down.
I want to be down.
I'm not arguing that
That's
point.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that. I mean, people do want to be down. Like, that is human nature. But I just think within the context of this particular subject, i.e., beating your kids versus not beating them and lying about it versus being honest, I think that the larger percent of people that lie about either one errs more on the side of, parents lying, saying that they don't beat their kids.
Demographic.
actually do?
I think it's depending on demographic and place.
We would have to look that up to be completely
could.
sure.
We could.
'Cause, I mean, really, we're all really
We
speculating.
speculate, but
a
the
lot.
reason why I'm going by
You know what I'm
demographic
saying?
on the point of in your average black household, if your average black parents speak, even in 2018, have you ever gave your kid a spanking? You think more people gonna say that they didn't in real life?
I think that could be due
your
to
average- so in
in
your-
real-
in-
also.
so wait, you said-
I didn't say black. I'm gonna say average household. Your average household. I know because the reason why I'm bringing up demographic in particular is because when you say the majority in general, I instantly go to if I go into a barber shop today and bring up whippings. How many motherfuckers gonna go? Nah, man, kids should never get a whipping.
In the black community.
No, I would
And
be
the white
totally
community.
agree.
And that's why I'm saying that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying demographics matter and context matter in this case. So I'm saying that's why my deal. What?
So you said demographics matter
When he made that point, that statement about the general consensus of everybody, and I'm saying when you say majority of everybody, it's like, well, damn, nigga. I know for sure a large base of that contingent of motherfuckers that whip their kids gonna be black, and I know most people in general whip their kids of all races. But I know being a black man, because that's the contingent I can speak for specifically, I know which one I see.
I don't know too many white people that whip their kids. I know some do, but most of the white kids I know their parents didn't whip them. They had different punishments for them, but whipping wasn't it.
So you trying to tell me no white kid you ever met ever spoke of being spanked? Because I knew white kids too. I grew up every summer.
Now, why you gonna put an absolute on something I said?
You said every white kid that you knew, you said that. You said all the white kids that you knew didn't get whippings. Am I wrong that you didn't? You said that, right?
We gotta go back and rewind the tape.
I want to say he didn't speak absolutely.
All the ones I knew make it not absolute, but it makes it absolutely all the ones he knew. That's what I'm saying. You said all the ones you knew never got whippings.
Let's do a retake on it now. And now, all right, how can I say this?
Most of the white kids you knew didn't get spankings.
Yep.
I would agree to that because most of the white kids I knew didn't get spankings. Only, I do remember one that did get spankings, and I thought that was funny as shit. But honestly, a lot of the white kids that I knew coming up, they got, like you say, different kinds of punishments. Like, they got stuff taken away from them. Like,
right,
they got
shit
their
like
game
that
taken away. You can't go outside. You know, lots of getting grounded.
Chores and grounded.
Yeah, like, that was a big thing for the white kids. Like, they got grounded.
What age?
All ages, really. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because
as far as getting grounded, like that's at an age where you're like, you know, able to be going outside to play at, you know, more hours and by yourself. So I mean, as far as that part, I would say
here's another percentage to throw out there. White parents oftentimes stop beating their kids earlier than we do.
I could believe that.
The word beating is so fucking vicious.
Spanking, whatever, but you know
Just
what I'm
like
saying?
being just, yeah.
But the thing is,
it's just a
you're
word.
talking about a spanking, and some white kids, like a slap on the hand, is that considered a spanking?
That's
That's
considered
physical.
physical discipline. I'm talking about all physical. When I'm speaking about this, I'm talking about all physical discipline. I'm talking about from little on up. That's what I'm speaking about.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, because it's weird to me, like, I can remember being in middle school and shit, and, like, 11-year-olds, somebody still getting hit and shit, and 13-year-olds, somebody still getting hit and shit. And that's when I give you, like, if the white people, once again, I think it's a Southern thing, too, because I feel like Southern whites are different from Northern whites. But I will give you that in the punishing ages, yeah, so white kids getting punished. But I saw white kids get spanked. I mean, even being in camps, I saw white kids.
There's no absolute to anything.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying there's an absolute
So,
but we talking.
but the thing is, like, for the majority scale, you gonna tell me the majority of the white folks you saw was getting whooped?
Once again, I think the majority when they're younger, yeah. You feel me? Like I've seen white kids get Johnny, what are you doing? Get here! Da, 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 da. Oh my God! It's like I'm supposed to pretend like I don't have these memories. I don't I see this shit, but I do see the same shit y'all said. Like, yep, but this motherfucker got this beat. But once again, as soon as y'all said that, I'm agreeing. Like, yeah. Then I think, but that was when I was 12, or that's when I was 15, that's when I was 10. Most of my white kid beating memories go to when we were younger. Like, you know what I mean?
Young?
Elementary.
Like what? 5, 6,
7, 8, 9. I don't remember.
7 to 8. Them kids that I know were getting punished.
Hey, I'm sorry. Different generations. You're also 6, 7 years younger than me.
Okay.
But I'm just saying this out there. Like, dude, it seems like I remember an older kid, like I said, a 12 or 13-year-old talking about his mama beating him as black. I don't remember hearing no 13, 14-year-old white kid telling me that necessarily. Like,
Well,
It's like but still, even in those intersections, I still on the level of the general nature still stands. What I'm saying, most people get spankers growing up. White, black, Asian, most people have gotten spankers at some point in their life. They can remember when mama put their hands on me.
Yeah, I mean, there's no absolutes. Like we keep on saying over and over again.
But go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say that no absolutes, but also in my personal experience, most of the black kids I knew, not all, obviously, but most of them, I would say like over 90%, you know what I'm saying, easily, they got spankings. And over 90% of the white kids that I knew didn't get spankings. But, you know, there were some that got some.
And back to my original point, which was, since most motherfuckers get spankings, it's not beyond to me to think that to be down in a circle where most motherfuckers as parents talk about either being people that spank or most kids have gotten spanked, but somebody want to lie to be down. That's what started this whole deal. Saying that people would lie to be down with the majority, and for some reason, this situation you said that people would never lie to be down with the majority. I'm like,
because, go ahead.
Well, I'll say in the white community, because if we're gonna put it in there, we can't put it as absolute for all communities of spankings. In the white community, it seems a little bit more of the outsider be people that do give the spankings in this day and age, in the era that I'm in, and
no demographic.
And in the black area, in the black family, I think that's more across the board about the spankings. Like, so
the only asterisk I put on this is, and they got that section of blacks that we all know that operate different. Continue.
What you mean?
Like, certain privileged black people that I know never got spankings. That's another level of it too. Because most of the people that I know that have never gotten spankings, they don't come from poor backgrounds. That's another element to throw in there.
That is another element, and that's a small margin in the black community, though. I mean,
I don't want to say that because we have a rising middle class in the motherfucker right now. I don't want to like follow the old stereotype. Now we got a lot of poor people, but we also got a lot of people that's not poor no more.
Are they the majority?
I don't know. And I want to ride the level of we the majority poor. Like we could Google it, but I don't want to ride.
Most black people are poor though.
Feel me? But that
poor / lower middle class
is I don't want to just run that gambit. I'll look it up, dog. Y'all keep talking if I'm looking this up.
Just in context of like everybody else in the country, as far as like, you know, white, Asian, blah blah blah.
And I don't really know what the Asian people do in the if they whip or not. I don't know what they do.
Yeah,
all the Vietnamese people
I know
that man. They get their asses whipped too.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
what?
Oh yeah,
they
for
do.
sure.
They do.
So I didn't even say nothing about this shit.
Hispanics
when you
get beat
mention
too.
that shit, Asian people, yes,
Hispanics
that's
get beat
big.
too.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
so it's just white people that really don't, like, you know, for the most part.
That's the thing, when you say white people, there's so many white people. That's why when you say most, that's why my brain start clicking, because I'm a words person. Because like I feel like you can find so many millions of white people that are against spanking, and then you can find so many millions of them that's like, nigga, I beat my kids. Like, what the fuck you talking about? So it's like, and we're all minorities, so we're so smaller that it's like it's a weird probably it's a what I'm trying to say. We shouldn't even probably be comparing these two things. We comparing 60-some% to 14% here, 20% here. Yeah. Asians make up like what 7% of our country.
Supreme mathematics, which we don't have.
So when we were talking majority of everybody, then the white folks are the majority, and I think the majority of them don't beat their kids or
history don't show that.
Well, time shows it a little bit more now.
Times change, but they got people stuck. That's the point that we talking about. We stuck too. We got a lot of our people stuck. And like, you go to these rural areas and shit, they got a lot of these niggas there. You think these motherfuckers in Omaha, Wisconsin, and these towns we never heard of or subscribe to, I'm not going to lay a hand on my kid?
I would argue maybe.
I would argue not.
I don't know.
Not in these little towns, not these backwards towns, never seen a motherfucking person outside of it.
It's hard for me to say.
Yeah, it is really hard to say.
It's hard.
At the finish of it all, but, you know, if I was to assume, then yeah, I would assume that most white people probably don't, like, you know, physically accost their kids. At least not how we thinking about it. I think it's a way more mental. And just like,
yeah, there are some mental things that white kids go through with their parents on some shit.
Financial.
I feel like we shortchanging ourselves with that one, but that's fine. Because there's so many white people, they eclipse us. They quadruple us. Like they could double our numbers in beating their kids, and still, like, you know what I mean? The numbers are so huge.
Really, what matters is the ratio.
What about, all right, so on in Africa is a big ass culture for them to be beating their kids. Do they beat their kids in certain
Opinion, can my children be friends with white people? I Google white people beating kids, and that's what comes up. Stop beating black children, the New York Times. Realities of race and different corporate punishment, black communities, non-interest culture. Beat with metal poles, white supremacists. Beat your kids, says Russell Peters, this white man. White people, you need to beat your kids. Here's a clip from a 2006.
Now see, that sounds like a motherfucker that knows white people generally don't beat their kids.
In 2017.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a philosophy.
I can't get with it, son. Like, because white people like to look like, it's one of those things where it's like what you just said, flip. White people like to look good in public, and then they do other shit in private.
Beat their kids though.
Man, I think white people think
we learn we learn how to spank from black people. Is what we're. Nah, I don't think that.
I don't know about that.
I
think spanking in general just goes all like farther back than all this shit.
I think our spanking comes from slavery.
Poll: most approve of spanking kids. ABC News. We're gonna go to another one. The public, by a 2-to-1 margin, approves of spanking children in principle, and half of parents say they do sometimes do it to their own kids. The ABC News poll found, but an overwhelming majority disapprove of corporal punishment in schools, which means beating
in schools.
We want our kids beat by others.
Yeah, we can only beat our kids. Y'all can't.
65% of Americans approve of spanking children, a rate that has been steady since 1990. But just 26% say grade school teachers should be allowed to spank. We're not worried about that.
Yeah, we're not even
at home. Among parents with minor children at home, 50% report that they sometimes spank their child, while 45% do not. That's about the same as it was in Gallup poll a decade ago. There's a big regional difference in spanking among Southerners. 62%. So I'm saying in the South it's different. 62% of parents spank their kids. That drops to 41% in the rest of the country. Similarly, 73% of Southerners approve of spanking. 73%, nigga, approve of spanking children compared to 60% elsewhere. But it's still a majority elsewhere.
When this shit came out?
This was November 8th, just last year. This November.
Okay.
So people were just talking about this.
All right.
So it's still generally a
People
majority
spank
everywhere.
Their kids.
Yeah.
Because people be treating you weird if you say you don't. I've seen these conversations. I'm like, well, because one of the first people that ever told me that she'd never be, y'all know her. She was Miss Dillard a few years ago. Gorgeous. Great person. But like, she was an adult and she like, I've never been spanked. And she from Chicago and shit. And I was like, wait, you from Chicago? Your parents never laid a hand on you? Wow.
I would also say, I think women probably get beat less in general by their parents than men.
Well, I don't know about that ratio because I think the mama do more. I think the mama do more of the whipping than the daddy do.
To a girl? Yeah.
But I think the mama still give a amount of whippings to the girl.
I would think that for sure at like maybe in the younger age brackets, like between, if I just put a fucking number bracket on it, like between 3 and 7.
I hear what Joe's saying, especially looking at my mom and my sister. There's something about mothers and daughters that mama don't give a fuck.
That's the only one that can do it. Like,
mama don't give a fuck.
But mama can do it.
And
mama can do it.
Women and their daughters always say that 2 women can't live in the same house. So like there's a time where around 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
That's when they start fighting.
Yeah, you still can get tried by your mom, you know what I'm saying?
Physically fighting?
Yeah, because it's not on the level of womanhood.
Not always.
Not always.
I don't think that's a commonality. Like,
no,
it's probably very, very tense.
It's a commonality that what Joe's saying from the middle school and high school years, mothers and daughters start butting heads heavy. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that y'all gonna be fighting each other.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about just butting heads in terms of philosophy and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about actual physical altercation.
I mean, it's the same with fathers and sons, dog. Like, a man's becoming a man under another man's house, so y'all gonna bump heads. A woman's coming a woman under one woman's house, and like you say, that case by case shit, that's where it come real.
Because like, picture your child bumping heads in the way of they getting disrespectful and talking loud to you.
No. I know what you're saying. Like, yes, they're gonna bump heads. I am purely talking about like a daughter cocking back and punching her mom in the fucking mouth.
That's when I go back to the white people.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like
the white kids are abusive to their parents. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It's reverse.
Now,
that's an absolute.
That's on Dr. Phil. They always be on there like, my daughter smacks me in the face. My son just punches me. I don't know what to do.
Oh my
God.
Oh my God.
That's real.
Shut up, Karen.
Wow.
Shout out to my nigga Paul Marlboro, dog. Like, he just had this thing. He like, when I talk about the wall all the bats and getting into people. He got a lot of shit to go down on his wall. And recently, because I just recently found out that Cinco de Mayo was a fake made up goddamn American type holiday. That's not no real shit. The only thing that's real about it is Pueblo, or some place in Mexico that begins with a P. I want to say Pueblo or something like that, but they overcame like the French there, and that was like, you know, the Haitian Revolution and shit they wrote on the French people. And that's the only thing that ever happened on May 5th that's in any way important to anybody.
Mexican people don't like that?
They don't celebrate that shit in Mexico?
I'm about to say, like, it seems like they kind of celebrate it.
They don't celebrate it in Mexico. Mexico's Independence Day is in September.
Okay.
But American Hispanics, especially on the West Coast and such, they'll big up it only on the level of, well, finally America giving us something about our... They're celebrating our culture today, so we'll ride with it. But they still not going to ride on it how, like, you know what I mean, white people, like America, I'm supposed to say white people, because there are a lot of black people need sombreros too. Yes. All the races and the stereotypical imagery with it, they be like, nah, just come eat some real ass food over here or something. Come kick it. You ain't got to be on this. Let me just drink. Let's just make it Cinco de Drinko and just
like
tacos
actually
and dance around
learn
hats.
something.
Yeah, and all that bullshit.
But I think when black people do it, for the most part, because we
be just as ignorant.
Yeah.
Not just as,
right?
But we be ignorant too.
We participate.
We participate because we like, dog. We think this is what it is. Like we think it's some kind of like some happened revolution. We don't know really know what it is. But we just felt like y'all Mexican people did something here. It was dope.
Yeah, but
we're gonna party to that.
But we're still not excused from like learning the actual history.
And I was like, people, because I saw a lot of people on like being like, man, it's not a real holiday. And like different Hispanics would be
like,
like,
I'm celebrating it now.
Tacos
are cheap on that day.
Well, you get your food, but it's the thing you could get. Corey Mack, shout out to Corey Mack, comedian Corey Mack said the real on Facebook. He was like, no, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo every Tuesday.
That's true.
We celebrate Cinco de Mayo every Tuesday if you want to be real with it. Like Taco Tuesday, nigga, you get drunk, you eat tacos. But
yeah, you don't need the big ass mustache.
No, all the extra. But in the midst of him putting that shit up about it on his wall, on my dude Paul, white people jumped up because he said, man, that's a racist holiday. I don't feel like arguing with y'all about that today. Just, boom, boom, boom. The white people, it seems like whenever they see the word racist, they're quick to be like, well, what's racist?
Right.
What's this word? The R word is being used?
Hispanics like it, so we should be able to celebrate it. Like, dog, people saying shit like that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, of course they are.
Hispanics like it. Black folks say nigga.
Son, like, everything ain't to include you, man. Everything ain't to include you. But, like, yeah, that was just some shit on that, dog. But, like, also, bro, apparently Kanye, we keep on bringing him up, dog. But, not Snoop, he got a hit out on him, dog. The Crips, nigga, I think it was Daz or somebody put a hit out on Kanye for saying this crazy ass shit. And I'm like, is it that?
Nah, we shouldn't be doing that.
Is it that real?
I don't know about that.
Crip guy, Cripser. Chill out, son. Because the last thing we need you to do is kill a brother. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, you could have been killing the cops that's in your fucking neighborhood that's fucking over your people every day.
You
go kill a nigga.
Man, there's one girl on my wall said the realest, man. Y'all got the nerve to talk about killing Kanye over some shit he said, and y'all got Zimmerman still rolling around. Y'all want to put hits out on niggas.
Right.
We got niggas you can put some hits out on if we don't go in that direction.
I'm not even buying it. I am not here for that.
Like,
y'all sound crazy. Like I say, like I'm always
man. For you to even say that, you probably not even a real Crip like that all hard up. Come on, nigga. Like, you putting out hits out to the people that know. Like, I'm gonna put it on my hip. Nigga, nah, nigga, who you think? Nah, nigga. That's the stupidest shit you ever do. I'm gonna publicly let it be known that I'm about to put out a hit on this white man president's favorite boy. Boy, you tripping.
I stand by, like, one thing that Kanye did say that I agree with is the fact of, like, y'all hate on me for saying this shit. And yeah, we all mad at you for saying that racist, goofy, anti-black shit, Kanye. It is what it is. But we don't say nothing about the niggas pushing pimping and gangsters and all this negativity. So I'm saying,
because that was created out of a different thing. But that's his own different argument.
It's his own argument. What I'm saying, Crip niggas, if you gonna put out a hit on Kanye for something that he said, well, they got a lot of motherfuckers that say a lot of crazy shit. If you want to start talking, put hits on niggas.
Yeah.
Be consistent.
Be consistent with your hits, then, nigga. You should have been trying to
some
save
of y'all
the
niggas
hood.
in your own squad should have died.
Right. You start your own squad first. That's,
you know look around. Look to your left, look to your right. Somebody got to go.
In the room now.
It gets really goofy, man.
I had to kill Bats or Devin. Y'all don't know yet.
Yeah, so here goes some white shit. You know what I mean? Because there's always some white shit in the ETOUFEE, apparently.
No.
Y'all, this teacher was forced to resign after a hair pulling incident surfaces, even though she was playing with him. But it sparked this huge debate. So South Carolina teacher was forced to resign after video surfaced of her pulling the hair of a student, and the student board member who hired her has stepped down in protest. Lisa Houston can be seen climbing on a Palmetto High School student's chair and grabbing his hair as she repeatedly tells him to wake up. Others in the classroom are laughing as she interacts with the student at the Williamson school. You can tell that she was playing with the resigning school board member Doug Atkins told the Greenville News. Even the boy himself wrote a letter that he knows she was teasing and he loved her. They just jumped the gun on her, and I don't want to be a part of it. Houston told WYFF that if you ask any kid I've taught, they'll tell you I kid around with them. Make them stay awake and laugh with them. She's pulling his hair. She's standing on his desk. That's the kid. That's the boy.
Is that a foot on that nigga chest?
Yeah,
though?
she put her foot on his chest. We
Uh-huh.
gonna get to it. I know the video looks bad, she told the station. If you don't know the situation, you don't know what's going on, but it was not a malicious act. It was all in fun. I want the public to know that I love the student and that our rapport with each other was great. I would have never done anything to hurt him. Houston retired after an investigation was launched. She resigned, but I'd say it was more of a forced resignation, her lawyer said. Beasley told the newspaper the video was initially posted online. There's a whole lot more going on, including the students laughing and the student in question hugging the teacher afterwards because it was a joke. They were all having fun with it. The thing that is heartbreaking is Lisa's reputation is just destroyed by this. She'll probably never work in another school because of this. It could have all been prevented just by presenting all the facts in the situation. He said he hired Houston 27 years ago when he was a principal. I just don't want to be associated with this kind of action. She was a good teacher, one of the best the district has ever had with an excellent record. I hired her myself and know what kind of person she is. The administration reacted in haste. Many people agree with Atkins that Houston should not have lost her job. More than 1,400 people have signed a petition calling for her reinstatement, and a march was held in her support. That's what y'all marching for. The school district said in a statement that Houston decided to retire on her own accord and la-di-da-di-da-di-da. And it sparked some stuff on my Facebook wall. But what y'all say about that
Let's
on
see the
first?
video.
Oh, let me go back to the video. Where is it? Right here. You want to get no sound?
Oh, she's slapping this man? What the
Oh,
fuck?
there go the sound. She pulling on his hair.
Like, start from the beginning. She slapped this nigga and shit.
Yeah, she slapped him again. He keep nodding, saying no enough. She slamming her feet on the desk. She's standing on top of his desk. She's slapping her face to wake up. He wakes up. She's pulling on his hair, pulling on his ears, playing around. He's still not waking up. He ain't there. She's really standing on his desk. This is trippy. Then she puts her foot on his chest. She keeps on pulling him by the hair, keeps trying to wake him up, puts the foot on his shoulder.
Nah,
trying to
baby, you
wake
gotta
him
get
up,
fired.
Trying to wake him up with her foot and
Yeah, you gotta get fired. What the fuck were you thinking? Putting your feet on a child to wake him up? That was your thoughts? To put your fucking feet on a child? I don't give a fuck if it wasn't innocent, bitch. You got caught slipping. You don't put your feet on anybody's children and you're kicking this nigga to wake this kid up? I don't give a fuck if the kid thought you was cool. The kid really don't know no better.
She didn't get let go because of how it made the child feel, because obviously the child didn't care. But just in terms of like the school policies and just how teachers are supposed to act.
You broke regular school policies. The imagery of it looks bad. Some of your subconscious
really
liberal white racism that you don't know you have is kicking in as you kicked and slapped the fuck out this child.
It was goofy.
You know what I'm saying? Pull it on his hair and shit. I felt a weird fetish of white women with black men on some other shit with this shit. It was a bunch of different feelings. And real talk, I'm sorry you got caught slipping. Next time you wouldn't put your foot on anybody, especially a black child.
Yeah.
So
you
sorry.
Put your foot on any student. Like, I think she would have probably gotten fired if it was a white student. Or a Mexican student,
if it was a white student, they would have came and be like, how dare you put your foot on my child for any reason?
Because all the school is thinking is this: one of our teachers had her foot on a student's body on video. How does this look?
Kicking him up in the chest
You know
to
what
wake
I'm
him
saying?
up.
Like,
and
they
chest
just
on
have
his
to
shoulder
do.
as her heels hit this nigga
Him
thing.
being black plays a part though.
Yeah,
It's bad
puts
optics.
the extra.
That
That
got
put
her
your
fired.
dirt that you step on the ground on this man's clothes.
Right.
I mean
right.
that
Fuck outta here.
That made her get fired even faster.
Yeah, right. It did not help at all.
boy, that shit
It was
man.
goofy. Like, you made a goofy ass mistake. Like, you did not think.
Well, her lawyer was like,
At
damn,
all.
this is an open shut case. I know.
Yeah, that's just open and shut.
She's rubbing her dirt on this man's shirt.
I mean, it's not necessarily open and shut when you read an article like that was like, very pro her and saying that no one was offended.
Why the media gonna push that shit?
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
they're gonna
But the
be-
fact that they have an argument that's called reasonable doubt. The fact that I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying.
But yeah,
I'm
they
just saying
got
it's
develop a
not
reasonable doubt.
It's not necessarily open and shut, even though she should be smarter than that.
Yeah, she should have been
There
smarter.
was some interesting people on my Facebook wall who had things to say. Devin Joyner. I personally don't think she was being mean, racist, or anything, but it was all this black-white racism bullshit going on. I personally wouldn't have used... what you saying? I personally don't think she was being mean or racist or anything, but with all this black-white racism bullshit going on, I personally wouldn't have used that to play. Everything has misinterpretation these days. My nigga like, how? Malik, Bartholomew, shouts out Malik. This whole article praised the teacher, however, no matter how well she taught and how well she interacted with the students and faculty, she was extremely unprofessional and insensitive.
I would say unprofessional.
Dominique Forbes. I can definitely see insensitive got some legs on it on the level of
it's like really
this kid was
deaf to.
He was asleep, so he really had no consent given for her to do any of these things. Even though they always joke like that, he was asleep, so he's taking advantage of that. Okay. I can definitely see why there's so much backlash surrounding this, says Dominique. As a teacher, we joke around with our students, but some things aren't to be joked about. Putting your feet on a student isn't okay. Right. Playfully pulling their hair could be taken way out of context. Just like playfully, softly hitting their face. I understand not meaning any harm, yet I understand administrators needing to make a swift decision.
Get this bitch out of here.
Tizzle, my nigga Tizzle makes the song, the opening music. Laugh out loud. Are we just going to ignore that this grown-ass lady standing on the desk in front of a room full of students as this kid, student, black person, all these things says stop, and she just pushes the envelope further and further? I don't remember saying stop, Tizzle. The context
you
is...
can hear what he said it.
The context is when you a teacher and you standing on a student's desk and pulling his hair all at the same time, that shit is inappropriate, disrespectful, demeaning, degrading, humiliating to infinite and beyond. Margie Cates. My Spanish teacher used to jump on your desk if you put your head down. It was a joke. A little embarrassing, but a joke. Not sure why this teacher pulled his hair. This may have crossed a boundary, but it appears to be consensual. It's funny, black people's reactions versus white people's reactions to this, because like I think even any black parent seeing a white woman, a white person stand on their child's desk and put their feet and hands on them, and that like you reacted. Like I think if I saw my kid, even if they're joking, don't play with my kid like that.
Right.
You feel me? Right. That not only those optics,
now
those optics look bad, and I understand that you're playing, but what I call playing, what you call play, are different things. And maybe I don't want play being your hands in my my kid's face. I don't want that kind of play. Samantha responded to Margie with Samantha Lee. Honey, putting your feet on a child, standing over him on top of a desk, and pulling hair is not okay. I'm a teacher, and I promise you that a child might trust someone who doesn't have their best interests in mind. That is abuse of power and is a great degrading that child. She's lucky she didn't get charged, but I'm not going to watch people defend her. This was highly inappropriate, and the tone of this article defends her, which is also misguided. I promise you'd feel different about this incident if it was a black teacher on the desk of a white student. No, if it was a white girl. This is unprofessional. If this was a male black teacher and a white girl, he pulling on her hair and stepping on her chest. Ooh, that'd be crazy. This is unprofessional and she should be losing her license. Margie replies, I don't think I would feel different if this teacher was black. Maybe if it was a male teacher, honey. I'm a teacher too. And there is only one thing I like to pass on to my kids is body autonomy and consent. Samantha, you're the one arguing consent when this child was sleeping. Oh yeah, they had a little nice little back and forth. I'm trying to see if anybody has anything interesting to add to this. Ruben Cheatham. This isn't even really about respect or disrespect. It's about boundaries. Yeah. I honestly believe that both the teacher and the student thought that they were on that level where this is all good fun, and he wasn't offended. However, as a professional and adult, she should have known she was doing way too much. Get your ass off that desk.
Now, doing too much, yes. I don't think her being on top of the desk is all that bad because you're still not touching the child.
That's not the worst part.
But there's a people problem with her being on that desk.
The standing up, down, looking down.
You could throw that play. I wouldn't obviously, but you could throw that play. But people with the desk issue is this. It's like you're trying to embarrass this man. Like you're making him a joke to everyone.
Well, that happens when you sleep. As a student, that happens when you sleep.
Yeah, but her standing on the desk to embarrass him, I feel like they thinking that's over the top. Like you as a grown ass person standing on the desk.
Yeah, that might be.
It is like a little,
only to embarrass him. You didn't have to do all that to embarrass. But I know a teacher. You sleeping in my class. Get that nigga. I'm
right. I've seen way worse like happen to like sleeping children. You know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't never seen a teacher stand on the desk.
Granted, I've never seen it either.
that's a weird.
No. But I just feel like it doesn't cross any harmful physical boundaries.
Michael Scott, she was in the wrong. One, whether you have a playful rapport with the student or not, you do not touch them.
Right.
Save the fact that she put her feet on them. Two, you learn to establish ethical boundaries so you don't feel entitled to play with students like they're your toys. Ooh, that's a good one. 3, black and brown bodies are not toys. Ooh,
straight up.
Come on, Mike. 4, imagine it as a black male, that's what I just said, with a young white girl, and tell me you think the reaction would be the same.
Totally agree.
Margie said, "You right." You can't say that bad that shit.
Right.
You right.
You got that.
You right. You got that. You got that. You got that. I mean, and like once again, in today's climate, man, like you gotta be smarter. Than
Right.
that.
You should have been smarter.
Come on, I understand you play with your kids. I play with my students all the time. We all play with students.
Understandable.
There's things that if a parent or your boss walked in, you talking about or running the whip, they might be looking at some issues out of context. Like, you know what? Hey, I don't know about that, but I've never, like, certain ways as an adult, you should know not to play with a child. That's your student. Yeah. And we talking white and black. You're too educated for that, Sarah, or whatever the hell your name is.
Go take a race class with Starbucks, man.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, guys.
Also, man, in the news, the college had to apologize to these Native American students that visited their campus and got kicked off because this white lady felt uncomfortable with them being there when she was on tour with her kid.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man.
Wait. So, take us back. They were invited by the school.
I mean, they was on a college tour.
And they were on a collage tour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard
And
about
they
that.
went to a
That's
school.
So
and he got kicked off the tour because
it was questioned by police because somebody mama called and was like they seemed suspicious and was making her uncomfortable.
And who was his mama? Somebody else that was on the tour?
Maybe the brothers' Facebook page are littered with jokes. They're described as quiet. But Thomas Kane Wankerin, grade 19, and Lloyd Skanat. I don't want to fuck up their names. Lloyd Gray are also Native American. Their mother says their parents was the reason police were called to question the pair as they tried to tour the campus of Colorado State University this week. The encounter rattled the brothers, ruined their attempt at a campus visit, and sparked responses from a roster of officials. The brothers live in Santa Cruz. They had saved up their own money to make the trip to the school, and they borrowed their mother's car for the 7-hour drive. But they were late joining the tour, and after campus police took them aside, the group moved on without them. Their right to be on campus was finally confirmed, but by then it was too late to join the tour. Eventually, the brothers just drove back home. The university has apologized, and on Friday said they had offered to repay the family's expenses for the trip and would like to give them an all-expense paid VIP tour.
You damn right, you will.
Like, I wouldn't even want to fuck with y'all, man.
But
like,
I mean, that's the lady in the police, dog. Like, they had to. The thing is, when
they did get there late, but damn.
No, it's not even that they got there late, dog. Dealing with in such big white society, sometimes you're gonna hire some racists that you don't know are racist, so they don't really represent your company, but they work there. So when they do some racist shit, you gotta nip that in the butt.
That was apparent, man.
Yeah, but it was a parent who called, but it was the white guy, the white police officer who did the fucking kicking off.
I'm about to stand by some arrogant observer keeps saying, man, stop calling police on black people.
That's
because
for no reason.
Because all you're doing is just calling them so that they can act out their racist fucking shit for you. You know what I'm saying?
And it never really turns out well for people of color.
Never.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hardly ever.
If it's some real shit, you getting robbed, nigga trying to murder you, some real shit, yeah. But
police,
y'all
man.
call the police for stupid shit. Like this white woman called police on this black lady checking out her Airbnb because they didn't wave at her. Like,
this.
what?
I hated this, dog. Like, I saw the video. Like, they were really...
Like,
they even said the cops were trying to pretend like they didn't even know what Airbnb was. Like, they were trying to be like, just no contest. I'm like, really, cops?
Let's see the video. I didn't see this video.
Let me set the stage first. Kels Marshall, a film director, posted this exchange on Facebook. Now I gotta go back. A black woman who vacationed with her friends and stayed at a California Airbnb said they were swarmed by police and detained after a neighbor reported a group of black people taking luggage out of a house. Call it a case of vacationing while black, which joins the ranks of... Okay, I don't need all that. Kels Marshall, film director, posted the exchange on Facebook. And while she laughed the incident off at first, she became increasingly frustrated and when it proved tough to reason with police. Okay, this is not playing any sound, so it's just showing pictures.
It's like a fucking slash.
There we go.
Look at this. So we're leaving right now or Airbnb.
Literally can't leave. Pulled out of the car. I don't do Instagram Live, but the police are mad.
Said that there's like 3 black people stealing stuff.
Stealing stuff?
Yeah. Like breaking into the house and taking
No, we're taking our suitcases out of the house.
Right.
We're
They said like
stealing.
luggage and stuff.
Because there's 3 black people in the neighborhood, of course.
It's possible, but like I said, you never
It's
know. So
It's not. That's what happened. It's not possible. That's what's happening.
Right now. Listen, I understand. I get it. You guys are all trained investigators. We're doing it. We're doing it. It doesn't happen as fast as you guys come up with the ideas, though. Okay?
Because my grandma is with. That's what we're trying to say. And that's why I'm so annoyed. Because guess what? It's about to be cleared up. And you guys are going to feel so sorry.
You guys are gonna feel so sorry.
I love her accent.
She wrote, during our time in Cali, we have been staying in an Airbnb. The 30th was our second morning, and at about 11 a.m. we checked out. The 4 of us packed our bags, locked up the house, and left. As you can see, 3 of us were black. About 10 seconds later, we were surrounded by 7 cop cars. The officers came out of their cars demanding us to put our hands in the air. They informed us that there was a helicopter tracking us. They locked down on the neighbor. They knocked the neighborhood down and had us standing in the street. Why? A neighbor across the street saw 3 black people packing luggage into their car and assumed we were stealing from the house. She then called police. At first, we joked about the misunderstanding and took photos and videos along the way. About 20 minutes into this misunderstanding, it escalated almost instantly. Their sergeant arrived. He explained they didn't know what Airbnb was. He insisted that we were lying about it, and said we had to prove it. What? We showed them the booking confirmations and phoned the landlord. Because they didn't know what she looked like on the other end to confirm it was her. They detained us because they were investigating a felony charge for 45 minutes while they figured it out. We have been dealing with different emotions, and you want to laugh about this, but it's not funny. The trauma is real. I've been angry, frustrated, and sad. I was later detained at the airport. This is insanity. Oh my God. Yeah, this is... Damn, and we see...
Vacationing while black.
Sean King put up some tweets. 4 brilliant black women checked out the Airbnb. A white woman outside waved at them, and they didn't wave back, so she called the police. The helicopters and a slew of police cars swarmed the area, and there's all these tweets about it. And yeah, bruh, like... That stop calling police on us, son. Them women could have got killed.
Could have definitely.
That's what I see here.
They could have got killed.
Niggas said they were stealing.
Hopefully they get some money out of this shit. That's what I hope happens. I hope they get some money out of this shit. It's because that's the only win they can get out of this, dog. Like the city can come with some money.
Joe, you know they not.
Nah, some of them get their money, dog. Dog, they was wrong on this, dog. They got to save face, dog.
I ain't get no money.
They might get some money, dog.
I ain't get no money.
Shit, he get them Starbucks niggas some money.
Yeah, but
and they took that poor ass deal. Well, I don't know if it's poor or not. I don't like the deal they took.
I mean, that's a different situation. You're right. The thing is this. You're absolutely right. Sometimes people get broke off a situation like this. I just don't think they are. I'm just saying on just my own personal kick.
They're gonna charge that shit to the game.
Right. I just don't think they are.
Women, huh? Black women, fuck them, huh?
Yeah, because that lady called on them because the police can easily be like, well, we just going by what the lady told us. And it's absolutely wrong for us to be guilty first.
Now, see me.
But that's black.
See me, I'm a little dick. I would have been like, oh yeah, go search the motherfucking landlord. Call the motherfucker up. I can't wait for him to get down here. I can't wait for the landlord to get down here, my nigga.
I'll be like, tell me what we stealing.
Right.
What we stole?
What we stealing? Let's open up the fucking suitcase for the clothes, y'all.
What we stole? You hear me? Like, it's just hard. It's heartbreaking seeing stupid shit like this.
You can't luggage out, my nigga.
But it's every
y'all
day.
Y'all got helicopters following us, my nigga.
Helicopters. Y'all locked down the street for 4 black ladies that possibly is stealing.
When they got real crime going on, when niggas really is stealing and getting killed
7
and shit.
cop cars, meaning 14 officers. And a helicopter. But for
y'all using a helicopter, my nigga.
4 black women. And this is, you hear me? Like, this is America.
Y'all wasting taxpayers' money, my dude.
This is America. And it just gets goofy because we look at these women, they just start, like, it gets, like, whenever I be looking at these cops, I'll be like, I always say this shit. I'll be like, dog, at what point do you use your brain? At what point do you use your common sense? And as a word, your discretion. You did? Because at all times, it seems like with white people, they know how to have discretion, have empathy, see human beings. Be like, you know what, this ain't a big deal. At least publicly, because I've had some cool white cops. I'm not going to say they all fucked up.
Likewise.
But for whatever reason, when you get into the general sense in public with these black people, it's like they have no budge. This lady talking to these people like human beings and saying, look, bro, like this our stuff is a misunderstanding. Look, boom, boom, boom. And they get nothing but dick-ass treatment.
The dude told her, look, basically the jig is up. You know, y'all seem like y'all had a plan to steal it, but we bust y'all. You know, y'all
and she's saying they just doing it because we black. That could be it. Or, no, ain't no fucking or because you ain't got no proof.
Right, nigga.
I mean, we could point a finger at anybody then. You know what I mean? That's some privilege then, motherfucker. You could just be like, we could prank a 911 call and get a motherfucking innocent
shit. So you telling me when there was like, all right, the other person on the line was like, okay, ma'am, so you're saying they're bringing luggage to the car. Is there anything else they're bringing to the car? No, ma'am, that's it.
And they said luggage.
That's all they're bringing is luggage. Okay, so they're only bringing luggage to the car. Uh-huh. And do they live in the neighborhood? No. Do they look like they're visiting? Possibly. Do you know the owner across the street? Not really.
All you see is luggage being taken.
So all you see is luggage.
And that was enough to get you to call the cops.
All right, I'll send a squad over right away.
And my thing is, once again, if the breakdown was like 3 Beckys, man, you know what I mean, 3 blonde haired girls coming out.
3 Beckys.
You know what I mean? And because first and foremost, we know nobody would call the cops on 3 white girls.
Nope.
2, that's what we need to do next time that something like that happens. We see any white girls is moving shit in our neighborhood. I'm calling the cops, goddammit. But
yeah, boy, if I see you walking out there.
but on some real shit, my nigga. I mean, that was some joke shit, but on some real shit, my nigga. Like, in knowing that, would they have sent 7 cars? What if they put out a helicopter if there was 3 white girls? And that's all we saying about all of it. It's like, yo, like you always say, D, be consistent, like with your bullshit, because they're consistently killing us. That's pretty goddamn consistent. Black woman, black man, gay, trans, otherwise, we get shot in the streets from y'all random ass calls.
Dog, I don't understand like why it's so small. They did a joke about that with, I forgot who's the joke on it, but they was doing this thing where the white folks would call and this black lady answered the phone and she was like one of them was, like, I remember real good. She said, so what's going on? He's like, yeah, well, there's this man, he's dressed real nice and he's driving a Mercedes, but I don't know, I'm just a little nervous about it. He seems a little shifty. And she was like, so you say he drives a Mercedes, dressed nice. Was there a ring on his hand? And she was like, no, I don't see one. Where is he? I'll be there right now. And that was a joke, but it made me think like, dog, so you could be dressed well, look nice, look presentable, and still there could be a reason that you feel some kind of way. Like, all you can say is, I just feel a little uneasy. That's all you have to really say. I feel he's going to do something. I don't know. Has he shown he's going to do something? Not really, but he has something in his eyes that I just can't trust. He seems like he might do something. Like, those kind of words can get you off. Yeah. And that's amazing, dog. That's sometimes that's not even fear. That's just sometimes I feel like that's part of the formula that white folks have figured out. That's part of the setup to get
that we can lie on you.
Yeah.
Or we can make some shit up and we can use the fact that you know that they'll believe me to get you to do whatever the fuck we want.
That is real white privilege there.
That's how we run the block.
You get the benefit of the doubt off top.
Fuck. You said fuck me? Let me call the police. Now who's really fucked?
Yeah, and that's like the cheat code. Yeah,
that is like a real life hack. Like they be talking about them life hacks and shit. No, like that's a real one, dog. A dangerous one.
For real, dog. You gotta. That's a power card weapon. If you had to look at it shit like a game, son. That's a power card weapon, dog. That you could whip out and kill a nigga, dog. Off your word. You know what I'm saying? Not too much of your action, dog. Like of anything that really happened off your word.
Right.
I think he's looking shifty.
And it's not even one of those things where we like, you know what I mean? This is news flash. You know what I mean? This is America, as we keep saying. It's like one of those things where I get tired of when you get on Facebook or when you even talk to white people, we talk to certain people where when you say something that's racist, you know, that's such a curse word, they be like, what are you talking about?
What,
or we bring up white privilege. They're like, that's not a thing. But then you see all these stories where there's proof in the pudding, more than pudding.
Dog,
proof
somebody
in
called
the pudding pop, you hear me?
A white person saying some dumb shit. Dog, that's why I'm so glad we live in a black city, because we got so many black people in this city that at least be like, we know it's some bullshit, we ain't really gotta fuck with it. Sometimes they adjust it, they fuck with the dumb shit. But in New Orleans in particular, I always say this, our cops are more crooked than racist because it's mostly black cops.
I mean, crooked shit is crooked shit, but I understand what you're saying, but still black cops are still holding up white supremacy because the whole police situation is based off of all of those values, and a lot of those values have changed, but many of them haven't. And that's a frustrating thing. Like I said, I would say I get like...
There's stories of black cops being called on. Why they in black cop duty? You know what I'm saying?
Get killed.
Yeah.
Like they got black cops that have gotten killed by white cops because they're black.
That's why the episode of The Wire, season 4, by the way, episode of The Wire, where your boy, what's his name? Starts with a P. Fuck, I forgot his name. But anyway, he shoots that black cop because he sees like they're going in the project, they hear shots going off, and he sees this black guy running, and he doesn't really say, put your hands up. But the thing is, Prez Belusky, he was kind of a doofus anyway, so no one really knew that. But his first instinct was to shoot him because he's running and he doesn't say, puts his hands up, and the guy winds up having a badge. You remember the episode?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What about it? I'm just saying in 2018, it's trippy that you bring it up a show from 2004.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like this way back when, and the message is still the same on the police department. Is that being black, even on the police department, doesn't save you from white police.
Because you always gonna be black. And like I told you, I was watching Tales from the Hood the other day, and this is from the mid-90s. I'm like, damn, all this shit's still true. We look at movies from the 80s and the 70s. The unfortunate part is the reason why we gonna be banging these fucking drums is the fact that it should not be, certain things should not be normalized.
Right.
It should not be normal for, like you said, a white person to call the cops on us and we're dead. The fact that cops kill us and we dead and they get off. Like, there's so many things that we continue to say that it shouldn't be normal. And something else that shouldn't be normal is R. Kelly feeling like the media is trying to attack his legacy and lynch him. Both R. Kelly and Bill Cosby have both gone on record to be on this level of, why are you lynching me? And I'm like, my nigga, if you did fucked up shit, expect fucked up shit to come back to you. It's killing me the way people will fight for R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and be like, well, because Harvey Weinstein, guess what? Harvey Weinstein, the New York is coming at him. See, y'all be saying this shit as if they're not coming for them. The richer the white man, the harder it is to get the case to get happening fast. That nigga's lawyered the fuck up, but guess what? They coming at him. All them people that we talking about, I've been reading up on all them big names. New York is coming at them. It's just taking longer. You know, the thing is, Bill Cosby been getting talked about for decades. And when Hannibal Buress was talking about this, he looking around like, y'all niggas didn't know. You heard me? He was like, we late. So it's trippy when y'all act like it's shocking.
The thing is that it's, you're right, it's not. But like you said earlier, dog, these white people and white power have been doing it for so much longer and been much more on secrecy with it. And they hold a lot more cards in their hand than Bill did.
And it's not all secrecy because some of that shit is just inherently Hollywood perverts.
True, you know that too as well.
One thing I learned, I was listening to the Insanity Check with the dude Chris from Money Movie Trailer Reviews. And he's bringing up buku clips of how Whoopi Goldberg, somebody's notorious for defending motherfuckers. Like trash niggas. Like she defended Ted Danson when he was doing blackface. She defended Roman Polanski, and that nigga fucking raped a 13-year-old little girl. She always be trying to be defending motherfuckers first. And they were talking about how a lot of even women in that game, in the industry, powerful women, certain things in Hollywood, perversion is accepted. So some motherfuckers be blinded to obvious perversions because what we say about normalcy, once you make something perverted normal, no one in the situation gonna see it as anything but.
I mean, the casting couch do exist.
Right, man. The game will blind you, dog. The game will blind anyone, son. We talked about that shit recently, son. Once you living in a different bubble, son, certain rules that you used to have, son, you will easily toss them bitches out if everybody else is fucking not doing them, you know what I'm saying?
For you to get ahead.
Yeah,
But in this day and era, dog, is the perfect time. And niggas is like, dog, why they ain't hanging him like we got Bill? Real talk, they hanging him, but they've been hanging, like you said, they've been hanging Bill for a much longer time. It's been a big setup for Bill. These niggas are they got exposed around the same time, though. So they got theirs is going to be a quicker case to handle than Bill's. Man. And they probably I ain't gonna lie. Most of them niggas have a lot of sexual fucked up ass cases, but it's not too many of them gonna have a Quaalude case.
Look, I'm not gonna lie and say that the law ain't gonna be different for these white motherfuckers than from these black motherfuckers.
And that's true too.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna act like that's what it is. But all I'm saying is this, dog. I don't want to go by the white. We supposed to be better than shit, dog. I won't go by the white man terms and be like, well, that white man didn't get it, so let this black rapist free. No, that's not right. And if you want to talk about shit, how come they ain't been come for R. Kelly if things are just so set up against Bill? R. Kelly been a much easier target for years, and we've been forgiving that nigga. Y'all want to talk about it's his female fan base? No, we all been forgiving that nigga. All you niggas, all these engineers that's niggas been forgiving that nigga. All these niggas that run the music industry that been giving a nigga a pass, been forgiving that nigga. All y'all niggas that be working with that nigga, giving that nigga life, giving that nigga money, y'all been forgiving that nigga for decades, dog. We been forgiving this motherfucker since Aaliyah. So when he finally about to get his, the nerve of some of you motherfuckers trying to be like, oh yeah, man, but no, R. Kelly this. No, he's not getting set up. And it's really fucked up, dog, that it took a bunch of women now to be like, mute R. Kelly. We all really niggas should have been muted R. Kelly and took the stance on that nigga for our women a long time ago. It's not even that he ride on our women, he coming at our girls, man.
Yeah. R. Kelly. Just fuck R. Kelly, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck R. Kelly, dog. And fuck everybody who's trying to give him a fucking pass, dog. I don't get that shit no energy, son. As far as me, dog, nigga, you fucking did it. Nigga, fuck you and your whole legacy, son.
He beat on a girl.
You have no argument. Right. It is full stop, son. It's full stop, son. You was guilty.
See,
then fuck
in
you.
the black community, dog, especially with music, like I think we said earlier, dog, when you do exceptional things in the art realm, especially in music, and be an influencer, dog. I also heard D.L. Hughley say this, that we kind of let a lot of things slide and give you a lot of passes.
Yeah.
When you cross over that bigger mark.
Because we always want to cheer for us because it's so hard.
It's so hard,
for us
dog.
to get to them certain places at times, man. So I get it.
And so I understand it, but one of the few things I always say, it's understandable, but not acceptable.
Exactly.
Because, dog, I understand, dog, we need to have some niggas doing right, but, son, if you're not doing right, we can't ride with you. You can't be out there being a pedophile. And you can't be out there promoting your pedophilia as jokes as well as to encourage it. and you can't be on interview saying that, hey, I don't. What is a teenager really? Like, you can't do these kind of things. You can't marry a fucking young girl. And what's fucked up in society, dog, is that in today's time, I think majority of our states, you still can marry someone under like 13, like that's 13 years old. It's by law you can do that.
Marriage?
Yeah, you can look that shit up.
I know they got some states that like the legal age of consent is like, you know, uncharacteristically low, like
13. So.
No, not 13, but I think I've seen like somewhere like it's like 17. I think that's fucking low.
Man, nah, dog. Look this shit up, dog. You can marry a girl as long as the parents cool with it, like at 13 or something. And this is in fucking America, son. So, with that being said, like, the law. I was telling a D-Mac that the laws are set up to where in most states you could marry a little girl that's like around 13 years old.
Big ups to, I think it was, I want to say, who was it? They just banned that shit. Who was it? They just banned
Colorado or California?
No. It was one of those. It was like overseas, one of the Middle East spots. Like there was like, might have been. Let me look it up.
Oh yeah. Was it Saudi Arabia?
Let me be sure. But I think it was
Syria. One of the two.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, Syria.
Child marriage.
I hope I'm not wrong.
Who banned it? Kentucky, not Kentucky.
Thank God for Kentucky. Fuck. They been y'all got same-sex marriage and everything going on in Kentucky. I heard. It's wild in the field.
Arabia. Child marriage. Oh, why is no one protecting Saudi Arabia's bias? Child marriage in Saudi Arabia, debatable marriage. Nope. Saudi Arabia just approved 4 new policies that give women and girls greater rights. Not 1 month ago, a Saudi Arabian woman was detained for simple offense. So they're getting more rights in Saudi Arabia. But I want to really find out who this was that they're trying to get better. But still, like you said, in a general sense, though, around the world sucks.
Yeah.
Like
it's
it really
funny
just
that
does.
in an ideal America
For women,
for women, we could give them vote and almost working towards equal pay, but we still got laws where young girls can be married at 13 if parents say it's cool. What kind of property ass shit we got going on around here in America?
That's a little possessive.
That's a little medieval. Fuck. Oh, so you have 100 acres and 2 pigs that are well fed and swelled. You have my finest daughter. She's just blossomed her cherry and reading her books. Like, so what kind of fucking color purple ass shit is this? No, Nettie too young, but Celia, she got a strong back and work good.
Oh my god.
I'm just telling you how T.I. is. Like dog, the laws are set up for this kind of shit. So R. Kelly is a monster that is created by America. You know what I'm saying? And is allowed throughout the black community because he's a nigga that got in, and we just like to see a nigga that made it. But we gotta
at some point we gotta understand that, dog. Just because a nigga made it don't mean that nigga for us. You feel me?
Right.
Because even if we lived in Wakanda, dog, and it was all black everywhere, you gotta cut the rapists, you gotta cut the molesters. It got fucked up people in this world, and just because you black don't mean I'm gonna disregard your fucked up nature.
The dude needs therapy for real, dog. He needs some hard up
You
therapy.
need to go to jail.
And jail time.
You go to fucking jail, son.
You definitely need to go to jail, dog.
Yeah, he needs some jail time.
Come on,
that's
son.
That's just all there is
That's
to
just all
it.
there is to that shit, man. And last up in ETOUFEE as we get out this motherfucker, I just want to ask y'all something about. Y'all heard about Caitlyn Jenner getting married to another woman?
I think it's fucking irony at its finest, though. I mean, hey, I still don't hate on your choice.
Love who you love.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, it's still completely up to you who you wish to date. But I just think it's just...
It's interesting.
Really funny. So I guess he wanted to be a woman so he can be a woman that deals with other women.
Oh, yeah, no, I stand by sexuality
yeah.
and gender are different. So
Yeah,
he didn't say he wanted to be a straight woman.
Right.
He just wanted to be a woman.
He just wanted to be a woman.
But
so
no,
fuck.
what makes this ironic is he's been on the record, Caitlyn's been on the record being against gay marriage.
Wow, that's even more ironic.
So I'm like, wait, you're against gay marriage, but if
technically
you identify
a woman now.
identify as a woman, and if your partner identifies as a woman, and
That's
you're talking
gay.
about that's
Gay
gay marriage,
So
Well,
that's what trips
honestly-
me out about it.
honestly-
Aside from him being 68 and her being like 20.
Honestly,
Oh, that's crazy. But damn, nigga, you.
It was just
what?
my white privilege at its finest. Honestly, I just wanted to be like, hey, I'm a man one day. I got enough white privilege to go be a woman.
Right.
And then after that, I'm going to be everything, get all the women awards. And I'm just going to do what I want.
I'm
gonna
just do what I want. That's what it's all about. I'm gonna just do whatever I want. I'm a
white man, and I can do whatever I want.
Right.
You talk about women power, I'm going to be a white man and turn into a woman and give her more power.
Bruh.
That's awful.
That's why. male privilege. My nigga said, I'm gonna live the world out in every shoe. I'm gonna be a white man till I'm 60. Then I'll become a woman and when I'm in my 60s,
I'm gonna get all the privileges as a white man.
All of white. I'm getting all the whiteness privileges. The woman, the male, all of it. I don't care because I'm rich.
I'm rich.
To be rich and white in America.
I can do whatever I want.
But yeah, man, it's all these stories is. I mean, I'm glad like we didn't get big ups and down, but all these stories of like white people, bro, get your people. That's all we saying, dog. Nigga don't hate y'all, dog, but just understand what's dangerous for y'all and what's dangerous for us ain't always the same thing. And a lot of y'all,
levels to this shit, baby.
There's levels and there's layers to it, and you might just be thinking you're being harmless, but sometimes you gotta check your own self. Like apparently in this world nobody can be racist, but no, like y'all got some racist things about y'all. We got some prejudiced things about us. They got some prejudice shit that there's some prejudice shit that all of us hold up and uphold, all of us keep going, keep pushing. But I'm like, dog, like. Don't be blind to shit in your face as we keep on leveling examples in your face of things that need to be dismantled, dog. Don't let your normal be our hell. And y'all been allowing it for a long time, and we just saying straight up.
Because they ain't got to deal with it.
We tired of this motherfucking shit, and y'all should be too if you really not racist. You want to talk about, well, if you really not racist, well, start helping a brother out.
Right.
Since we all human and everything.
Right, yeah.
Since we fucking kumbaya.
I mean, they got a fucking leg up on this bitch.
And shouts out to all the people that understand, too, that it's not our problem. It's not our responsibility in the land of information and Google to educate all you motherfuckers online.
Nah, my nigga, we in a day and age, dog. You don't even have to pick up a book. You click a mouse, dog.
Cause some white people was coming in my nigga head talking about getting mad at him for not wanting to explain every little thing, and we like my nigga Paul, and this one lady was like, my nigga, he ain't getting paid to school you, bitch.
Right.
Fuck out of here. And then they turn on us and get mad at us if we don't take our time out to school them at times. I'm like, nah,
fuck out of here.
Like if
not our responsibility.
I'm sorry, dog, that your racism was naturally learned throughout your life. But you gotta unlearn that shit, and that's your own time to go take on that shit, dog.
Therapy, breakthrough. Lambo.
I mean, honestly, I don't think white people really want us to teach them how to not be racist. Like in the actual way, they're not prepared to deal with that. Like they think they want us to like school them, but that's gonna involve taking some really harsh fucking truths that you're gonna be anti as soon as you fucking hear it. So it's like I really can't even take when people like say that shit, like, you know, help us help you. Like, the fuck? You don't fucking want that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Educate your own self, man.
It's just
you don't want to hear that shit.
It's just tripping to me in 2018 that there's people out there that still believe that racism is only hating someone because of the color of their skin and don't understand the systematic levels and all of that goes in, that gets integrated into racism because nothing can start from just that small little seed.
Nah, my nigga, you gotta look at the foundation.
It evolves, it grows. The foundation has become systematic. Right. It's become so ingrained into the DNA that it may have started like in 100 BC or whatever.
So there's a fucking railroad.
You know what I mean? It may have started being, hate for color of skin. But in 2018, it's been so ingrained in the culture that you can't be that simple-minded and thinking that's all that would account to someone calling you racist or saying that you're doing something racist. Because oftentimes when these debates pop off, that's what it always goes to. I don't hate you because of the color of your skin. You don't even know what you hate.
No, nigga, no, you don't hate me for the color of my skin, but you enjoy the things that are built off the reason that hates the color of my skin, and you don't want to acknowledge that.
And we see women getting freaking accosted because they left an Airbnb, or Native American students kicked off because they're Native American. Or the old black ladies that got kicked off on the freaking golf course because they weren't golf courses fast enough. Or you got teachers taking the privileges. I know as a black man, I wouldn't even thought to stand on some white girl table and slap her in the face, even if it was playing like that. Because that's the other power dynamic of that issue that inherently pissed you off, especially off of Joe's level of my nigga. I can't believe you're doing this, even though you don't mean nothing by it. There's a lot of shit that you don't mean shit by white people that really affects, hurts, and fucks with us, dog. When they say that shit be in your DNA, a lot of shit get carried over. That shit is deep.
It's the minute things, dog.
Racism is just like really, at least the way I see it, dog, it's just like, you know, mist, ice, and water. Like, it's like all the same shit. It's just changes fucking forms. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, just because it's not this one thing doesn't mean that it's not, like, still racism. You know what I'm saying? It just looks different and feels different, and it, you know, makes you feel different fucking things.
And like you said, it's not even always that it feels different, because sometimes you might feel slighted by something and not even know why in the moment, but you just got that little thing, that spidey sense.
Something's still ancestral, like my ancestors ain't liking this.
Something just tingled, I don't feel right.
And every tingle is different with that fucking shit, though. Like, it's heavy sometimes it's very fucking unnoticeable at first, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, you know, it's very complex and dangerous.
And dangerous. And I just don't want to, like, I don't want to...
said it was cool.
I don't want to downplay that. It becomes dangerous for us, man, and just keep that in mind. But, like, yeah, that was that ETOUFEE of the day.
Yummy.
Yes, indeed, man. And now we about to get into that Daily Dose of America.
Stop the madness. 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 Stop the madness.
What the fuck going on in this motherfucker?
Man, I mean, it's not gonna be as deep as what we just got through because, like, you know, life happens and it's been happening fast. And this one is, I just want to throw out here, did you know that they're getting rid of analog clocks because a lot of kids can't read them?
Just like fucking curse words, huh? Like cursive writing.
Say curse words. You mean cursive?
Yeah, I corrected the second time. Cursive writing and clocks that have analog are getting replaced because kids are stupid.
Nah, see, my thing is this on that, dog. If you want to get rid of cursive writing, do what you fucking feel. Like, whatever. That to me, whether you can write in cursive or not, does it really matter aside from when you sign and shit?
It looks cool.
But it doesn't
I already know what else
it doesn't
does.
depend on your intelligence whether you can write in cursive. But, nigga, you can teach somebody how to read a clock. Like, the fuck?
It's just the dumbing down of society, dog.
Like,
you really gotta know it.
You can't teach them how to read a clock. That's what you're in school for, to learn shit.
They are accommodating
stupidity and ignorance.
That's all it is.
It's the American way, though. That's what we're doing as a country right now. This president accommodating ignorance.
It says British school, so thank God.
That's why I say society.
Oh,
like
it's a society
it's the
thing.
dumbing down of society in general, son. Like, since they can't read the fucking clocks, let's just toss it.
And that's stupid,
Really?
dog, because age-old things, there are some things that are age-old that you need to learn. And, like, clock reading from an analog is one of them, dog, because...
Unless the whole world about to go digital.
That's bad, because the whole world go digital, and you unplug that motherfucker, and you need to tell it from the wind and time of, like, how the original clock was made, from the shadow and shit.
Well, damn, nigga, we ain't teaching them that either, though.
I mean, fuck, but this is where it starts.
I'm saying simple math that goes into it. I think there's something about being able to look at a clock, like just math-wise.
Right, because it fucking gives you...
Stimulates your brain.
like a certain wrinkle. Like, it gives your brain a certain fucking
task
wrinkle.
to think about.
Right, like it helps you just know how to think deeper, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not just surface level, you know what I'm saying?
Everything can't be given to you, motherfucker.
Right.
So I apologize. It wasn't American. It was British schools. But like you're saying...
It's going to be American next.
Once again, like, if things like that catch on, then we're not in a good place.
Right, that
also,
is one less wrinkle.
This probably should have gone in a hero highlight, but... you know what? They got businesses dropping marijuana from drug test requirements.
About fucking time.
You know what I mean? So unfortunately, it's not across the board.
Of course not. Like, what one city is
FBI management in Washington, property company in California wants to hire dozens of people. Factories from New Hampshire to Michigan need workers. Hotels in Las Vegas are desperate to fill jobs. Those employers and many others are quietly taking once would have been a radical step. They're dropping marijuana from the drug test they require of prospective employees. Marijuana testing, a fixture at large American employers for at least 30 years, excludes too many potential workers. Duh. Experts say you don't need experts to verify that. At a time when filling job is more challenging. It has come out of nowhere, said Michael Clarkson, head of the drug testing practice of Ogletree Deakins, a new law firm. But blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, they should have been doing that shit.
Especially in today's time, where weed is so popularized and getting more legal, you definitely want to do that, dog. It should have been happening, and in today's time is the right time to do it at all times. Cause
it should have, but I mean, here's the thing. Here's why it's not going to happen across the board. There's too much money made in drug testing. Period.
Yep. You got to pay every time you take one.
All those fucking white folks are not about to just let that business just go under like that.
And black
you know
folks.
Yeah.
You got affluent black folks owning these dumbass private prisons making money off slavery.
I don't know, dog, because the way weed looks more profitable, we might not, you know...
They're not going to do it until weed is officially legal across the board.
They're not going to do it, and by that time, they've created all their back ways to make money off of weed.
Right.
That's going to take the place of them making money off of drug testing.
Yeah.
And that's when they're going to make it applicable for them. So it's just...
Right.
Yep.
Drug testing is going to remain until weed is legal at the federal level.
Black people with money, man. Y'all, if I had money, I'd do it. Invest in some of these dispensaries and shit, dog, because that's where the game going. And when the government finally makes that flip and that switch to make that shit...
It's going to be a club. It's going to be a club.
If you got in early,
You
nigga.
in.
Nigga.
But if you're not in, you're not gonna be in. Like,
And
that shit's gonna be locked up so fast, dog.
And we see it happen with cigarettes. We see it happen with liquor. It happens every time, dog. Once they can corner the market and cut your ass out, they will. And I'm just talking about rich people in general. That's rich people want to stay rich with their rich folk and their rich friends. You hear me? So yeah, man. Those are two trippy things in America right now. And let's get to the hero highlight. Then we out. That's not even that long.
I'm a winner, the biggest little nigga, heaven delivered, gonna be remembered forever. A fella fighting for better than living regular, hungry, broke, worshiping cheddar. I'm a nomad nigga, excelling over you settlers. I've had enough of just enough. Rather death and dust than I'm measuring up. I'm ready to bust, the only pipe addicted to pressure. Cause I'm no nigga, I don't need no woman. Only power that I'm needing staring at me in the mirror. Cause I'm on my me, cause I'm on my me, bitch. Cause I'm on my me. Look, you can keep your credit, you can keep your help. Even if God ain't got me, then I got myself. Cause I'm on my me, cause I'm on my me, bitch. Cause I'm on my me. Look.
Alright, so what is it?
Shouts out to Michelle Obama, dog. She assures students that she's the forever first lady.
I appreciate that.
What did she do?
That's what she told the kids, man, because they're speaking out. Yeah, man, she was having a speech to these high school kids and such, and she was, they're speaking out, talking about they wish they could still call her first lady because of the tumultuous times that we're in. She said, "I'm forever first lady," and I'm just calling her. Yeah, I'm just saying they ain't even done super uber duper heroic. I just want an excuse to shout out Michelle Obama for speaking that real, because you are our forever first lady, forever. Talk that shit. Talk that shit, you heard me?
Michelle forever.
Michelle forever. And this last one I want, you know what? I'm going to save that. I'm going to save it.
Oh, that's yours.
Oh, I'm going to save it. Oh, no, you're good, nigga. And for people listening, he picked up my phone. We both have the same looking phone. They're black. But yeah. I'm gonna save this other hero for side A for the next episode because we've run so much time and usually I don't give a fuck. But nigga, let's get us out here, son. Y'all don't even know the type of shit that's been going on behind the mic.
Boy, it's been a day.
Oh my god, it's been a day. It's been a crazy
nigga
day.
Feeling like that cat that's on the wire. Hang in there, baby. That's
right. Yeah. I know. Hang in there.
So yeah,
hang in there, dog.
Hell yeah, son. So we're just gonna relieve ourselves. We gave y'all enough material. Check out 452 Side A. Check out Reviewing That Infinity War also on this feed. Check out, we got so much on the feed. Peep it out and share it. Once again, hit up FLYWITHBATS@gmail.com because we want you to be part of the conversation. Any comments, any of that, we ready to run it and rock it, dog. Fly with us. This is that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it out and you ain't gonna find me. Also, check us out on Gumbo Monster 504 on YouTube to catch our skits, films, and all that other shit because we are some creatives that do a lot. And we need some attention. Yeah,
we're attention whores. We really are. And you already know, man, it's your boy D-Mac, the Dark Lord. And you can check me out on IG at FrenchBread.kid. And you can also check out my clothing line, You Dig.
You Dig!
Hot shit in the streets right now. I mean, I can just really say that now. It's hot shit in the streets. So make sure you check out that at YADIG with the dots in between because it's an acronym. So yeah, we out of here.
Whoa, lick a nigga dick. Passe wine, it's your boy AlphaJoe.
Wait, what?
Lick a nigga dick.
That's how you going out to our millions and millions of listeners with lick a nigga dick.
My.
Wow. I know we're the Pothead Potty Mouth Podcasters, my nigga, but that was kind of offensive.
Sucker brother ass. Okay. All right. Well, too much?
All right. It's not the Your 30 podcast. We don't have safe words.
Living your truth.
Oh, they have safe words?
Yep. When things go too far, they call it a safe word. They stop.
What is it, Lamar's name?
Nah, it's a different safe word every episode. Go listen to him, motherfucker. Go listen to the Your 30 podcast.
I know they got a safe word. The guy was fucking with you. Because I didn't clown. Hold on. All right, I haven't heard all the episodes, but I definitely heard at least 50% of them. And that's good because I don't have a radio internet to listen to them like that. So 50% is good.
I'm not going to hold you to that, but continue. I know you've listened to some with me before I give you that.
All right. So he's going to put me out there, huh?
You said 50%. That's a large-ass number.
They got 100 episodes. I done heard 50.
They got more than 100.
See? All right, I didn't listen to about 20%.
There we go. That sound more right.
Man, look.
But like you said, nigga, you ain't got it. Oh, it's not about to hold you down, bro. Get out of here. Let's go.
Watch your boy AlphaJoe. If you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook at Joseph Alphabet Pods. Instagram, Alexander the Ape 3. Man, for side B, we out this bitch. Fuck Trump. Fuck Kanye. Fuck all the niggas that be hating in the world. Fuck them bitch ass niggas. Fuck them bitch ass bitches. Live your life, do you. It's gay to hate, and to hate is gay. Boom. Everything else is real. Fuck with it.
Well.
Yeah, the FLYWITHBATS podcast is not responsible for the views and speakings of AlphaJoe.
Man, we stand as a group.
Send all
Friendzos.
Friendzos. Friendzos. Breakthrough. Breakthrough. Hey. Breakthrough. Hey. Breakthrough. Mama. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at it. Look it.
Look it. Friendzos.
Yes, that's right, nigga. Fuck that. We riding.
For that reference, go check out Donald Glover's SNL appearance, and that's all we're gonna say about that. We out. Peace.
Hand on my pouch, just waking up, watching Homeboy House. Thinking about the day I had to press rewind, play. When I say being a doctor was my goal, ambition, thing I wanted to be. Until I learned the work that it took, and I would be in infinite debt. Then I imagine myself 80 years old, dead with debt over my head. Too much doubt, gotta go another route. Once I got on the music, I ain't never getting out. I envision my life and how I'ma live it out. Kids and a wife, I hope I figure it out. So until then, rule 10, gotta wrap it up, cause life moves on even if we get stuck. So I turn back on the tube, now I'm on the cool. Watch it set it off, wishing I would make moves. The Tipo was a fool, but the blues, it will hit ya. So you stay inside so them bullets might miss ya. You can get your ish ya. Any single day, make beats at my home so I never fade away. Learning notes and keys, I gotta sit alone. I used to pray to God, but we don't get along. Preachers and believers trying to turn me around, but I should still be proud even if I'm not down with G.O.D. My real F-A-T-H-E-R, not in my vision of tomorrow. He's still living, never forgiving. I oughta try and get along, but twice he ran alone, so now I stand alone. But I ain't lonely. Wheat, cheese, and turkey used to be baloney. Smart kid growing up, adapted in an instant. Winning every day, see my past in the distance. I don't regret a thing, cause I love my existence. Kinda militant, but that's just sentiments from living this life. Still got an open mind. People surprised I never been shot or did time. Step out on the porch, nothing never changed. Stuttering Jerome, old girl, what's her name? There go old Missy. Look at Miss Barbara and the lady who made the frozen cups daughter. Yeah, I got smarter. Learned from the dumb, been in my own lane. Just never had my own drum. Used to rap about clapping, they never had a gun. I was just imitating, but with a little patience, I'm 3 years ahead of my time and stimulating for me to imagine what would have happened if I was saving like every week. Cause living off pennies ain't sweet, it's bitter. You can be my nigga, but they don't mean that you fam. Trust is like putting a loaded 48 in the hand of a woman or a man who got a tour of your plans. Now you're looking at your casket, the invisible man. Cars in the glam and entertainers the man. Isn't what I need, have me like Joe Queen, Phoenix. I'd rather never have an image, but shout out to the ladies and jits whoever did it. I ain't a known rapper, but I represent it. Up on this track, New Orleans to the ending. Looking at a picture, the past feels near, but I'm living in the now and she sold last year. Gotta go to work, do I wanna go to sleep? Been up all night with this beat on repeat, but life don't wait and money don't make itself. I need stability, but what I want is wealth.